All right, everybody, we're live. And a third one. Yes, we're going live, everybody. I'm hoping so. That is friggin' hilarious. Chris, hell no, unless she brought coffee for all of us. That is hilarious. All right, everybody, we're live. I was on the radio this morning joking, going, Doc, you're late. You better be bringing coffee. She comes rolling in a few seconds later and Starbucks.
That's because I know you. Wait a minute, hold on, I'm tangled up.
What's funny is she was like, I'm riding real slow on Underwood because the school buses, I was out again this morning. I woke up at 6 o'clock with a bus going whoa past my dang window.
Wait,
I'm
how
like,
is it going, Scotty?
Whoa. What it should have been like is whoa. That's what it should have been like. I guarantee you that would have stopped a bus. Unfortunately, fortunately, but unfortunately, there wouldn't have been any kids on the bus.
True.
It just sucks that these assholes drive like that. But I did get out there, and one of the first buses I have a problem with, 09-10, actually drove through here the speed limit. Now, the second bus, which I forget the number, as I finally gave up at 6:20, waiting to catch it on video, I walked back in the house. As I started to close the garage door, I hear the tires roaring down the road. Again, he flew past here.
Well, there were 3 buses that could not fly today because I drove 25 miles an hour.
Yeah, but you also said that they rode your ace the whole way.
Yeah.
They didn't even pat your butt and pull your hair.
I know. I was like, I felt a little violated.
Man, you know what gets me is this. We, the people, are paying the taxes, and we are supposed to be able to report these people, which we've done, and it still hasn't stopped. Here's my problem. There's no seatbelts on the bus.
No, there's not.
So if that pit bull that we keep calling animal control over.
Wait, they still haven't got the pit bull?
No.
Jesus.
Not that I'm aware of. I'm just saying. The pit bull that almost caused the wrecks last week, if the dog ran in front of you, you tapped the brake, bus number 1 would have plowed into you and slung all the kids forwards. Bus number 2 would have plowed into bus number 1 and slung all the kids forward. Hey, where would number 3 go? Well, he ain't going to Dairy Queen. So let's just hypothetically throw out, it's a 40-foot bus, and it holds, let's just throw a number. If it's 2 kids a seat, let's just say there's 20 seats. Let's just say 40 kids times 3 buses. Well, might be 120 plus 3 idiot drivers that could be going to the hospital because of a pit bull.
That could hit
now, is it really the pit bull's fault because it's a dumb animal, or is it a dumb driver because he's an idiot and won't take his foot off the gas? Makes you wonder.
Well, I know they were really upset with me because, driving 25, then I get to the driveway and I always put my turn signal on. So when I put my turn signal on, I drop to 20.
I just got, what does it sound like again?
And so then of course I have to wait for all of the gates of heaven and hell to close so that I can make my turn.
But why are we being bullied by county school bus drivers? These are the same dickheads that wanted to walk up to Stephanie at an event and go, your man busted us out for speeding.
Because you shouldn't speed.
Really? You're going to stop what you're doing on a Sunday afternoon at this nice event for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. You're going to make sure that you totally walk up to somebody that's part of Just for Fun and start basically antagonizing a situation.
Just don't speed.
And you want to be mad because you got busted for speeding.
Look, it's like...
It's not my marijuana, officer. I was just holding it for somebody else. What the French toast?
It's like, come on, guys. If you are in a county vehicle, don't speed. Goodness.
And people keep asking, are you becoming some kind of activist? I said, I don't know. At what point is it just me that's tired of being railroaded, or
No.
is everybody just sheep and they're just willing to accept, well, this is just how it is? No, the hell it's not. It's not, this is just how it is. When do you stand up and go, F you, I'm not taking your crap no more? You know,
I think you've always been an activist. I think you're just channeling it a little differently right now.
you know what it is I'm not the guy I used to be that would just go out with a baseball bat and start busting
Right.
windshields. That's the difference.
Exactly. That's the difference.
That's the difference. Is most of these people know me as, DJ Scotty. It tries to take care of everything. What you don't know is when I was just Scott and I would just go take a knife and slice your tire, and then you wouldn't speed anymore.
I'm so glad I didn't know that, man.
I'm telling you, back in the days, I'm not even joking. This boy, he showed up and decided while we were having a party to throw eggs, we picked up blocks and went by his house and threw cinder blocks. I'm talking, you go throw a nice gray concrete cinder block through the back window of a 72 Mustang. They'll get your point.
Wow.
I bet you he didn't egg my house no more.
I bet you he didn't.
Ding, ding, ding. That's always been the guy I was. And now we got these flying monkeys that it makes me want to go back to being the guy I was and start busting some kneecaps. It makes me want to be that guy.
No, we'll just let them bust.
Because my law used to be, you bust your mouth open, you can't talk. It was real simple. I get tired of hearing you bust your mouth open. I bust your mouth. Then you can't talk. Then what am I going to do? Close my eyes? Because all you can do is point at me then. I don't want to be that guy. But you let them flying monkeys keep coming over around me, and I can't promise that I'm going to be a good boy. I just can't promise it.
Well, I mean, all we got to say is we felt in fear of our lives.
Oh, I already feel in fear of my life. That's why I carry a gun. The jackass is like, I know where you live. Well, congratulations. So does a lot of other folks.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, good luck, Einstein. So does half a con.
That's right. Well, I'm sure more than half. So anyways, what you got going this morning? Ravens Renovation was like, if she's going for coffee, where's mine?
Well, see, okay, so I need to call Ravens Renovations, but I don't want them to treat me like they treat you, because you get like no love.
Who?
You do.
How?
Because
you're gonna talk about that door sitting outside, aren't you?
Yes.
Every day, Doc says, so when's Chris coming to put that door in? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to be treated like you. So Ravens Renovations, if I don't need to be
Man, you just
Scotty,
calling him out. That is wrong of you. He's had a lot going on.
I don't want to be treated like you, though. I want to be treated like special.
Honey, you always get treated like you're special.
Shut up.
Don't you think for a second you don't.
I'm not talking to you.
I'm just saying, you
to
definitely.
You.
He just sent me some 3 orange faces, which I'm assuming would mean.
No, but we really do need to call Ravens Renovations for our deck. So, because I was like, okay.
Yes.
So, well, what has happened?
Oh,
my
God,
mom,
here it goes.
my mom has the dog Teddy, and Mama lets Teddy go out on the back deck in the screened-in porch area, and Teddy pees.
Oh my God!
And I'm like, Mama, please,
why?
Please don't do that.
Why?
And she's like, well, he needs fresh air. Okay, well then he needs to be walked.
He needs a fresh foot up his ass. You don't let a dog do that. He has a backyard he can walk in, right?
Well, there's open graves in the backyard, so we can't.
Let me tell you, there, dog keep peeing on my deck. They're gonna be an open grave. It won't be open anymore. It's gonna be occupied by a little dog, and we'll leave it open for the next little dog that pees on my deck.
So I was like, said,
the vultures need to eat too.
Well, I told Mom, I said, we need to, if you're going to keep doing this, then we need to switch from wood to the composite so that it's easier to clean, and we're not.
Hey, can I make a suggestion?
What?
Just stop the dog from peeing on the deck. Why would you spend money to fix something just for the dog? Okay,
look,
wait a minute. Okay, let me just say this. okay, it only takes a few seconds to stop the dog from peeing. But no, we're going to make it okay for you to pee here. We're just going to make a deck for you to piss on.
I tell you what, you go.
We're going to put a sign that says piss here.
I'm going to let you go over there and talk to my mama, okay?
How about this?
How about that?
How about this? I'll solve your problems.
No.
Just open the door and let the dog out.
No. No, Teddy is a great dog. He's actually.
Oh yeah, if you need a deck pissed on, he is the dog. I'm talking about. Where's he poop?
Outside. He poops 4 times a day.
So let me ask this: who takes him outside to poop?
Benny and I do.
Then who the hell ain't taking him outside to pee?
Well, okay, we do take him outside to pee, but the problem is if Mama gets up before we do, she likes to sit outside on the deck and drink her coffee. And
okay, so then why don't we just put an invisible fence up where you can open the screen door and let the dog go out in the backyard, and he's not going to go but X number of feet.
Would that really stop him, though?
Yeah. Have you not seen an invisible fence?
I mean, I've seen them, but I've never seen how they work.
This is how it works.
Oh. That's kind of painful.
Only the first couple times. And then he'll know not to walk that far anymore.
So, yeah, but we still need to call Raven.
But I would not be rebuilding a deck just to allow a dog to pee on my deck. I mean, that's that common sense factor. Let's see. Just an average price of a deck, we'll say $1,100 in wood.
Yeah.
Composite, let's say $3,000.
Yeah.
The price to shoot that dog with a 22 Yellow Jacket, 3 cents.
Scotty.
I'm just being practical.
No.
I'm just being practical.
No, we're not shooting the dogs. The dogs are part of our family. We don't shoot family members.
No, but we just let them pee where they want to.
Scotty.
I know somebody in this relationship of me and you here has to be practical.
Yeah, but the problem is not you. You are
hey,
not
well,
practical.
peeing on the deck ain't.
Well,
listen, I'll give you another suggestion. Give me the address of that long gravel road you went down with Confederate flags. I'm going to take your dog for lunch.
No, you're not. You are not. Just because you don't like my little dog.
I got Ravens going, shh, don't take my money away. In other words, in that white print, it should say, if these people are dumb enough to pay me to fix something for a dog to pee on, I'll do it. He's still typing now.
No, well, you know, my mom, bless her heart. You know, my mom is almost 80 years old. She's 70.
I'm only picking, but I would be. Me and this dog would be coming. There'd be a coming to Jesus meeting with this dog.
Yeah, but Scotty, you know, my mom has lost so much in the last year and a half. You know, my dad's in the Alzheimer's unit, and you know, the dog is the only thing that she has that's familiar. So if he's peeing on the deck, okay, no big deal. That, you know, that's kind of how I see it.
I know.
The big scheme of things.
I know. And I see how you see it, the big scheme of things. You're willing to buy a $3,000 deck for the dog to pee on.
Well, I put up with you, don't I?
Why don't you do this?
I put up with you.
Why don't you make is he a wussy dog, or does he actually hike his leg to pee?
He will.
Never mind. There's my answer. He's a wussy dog.
He's
okay.
Dog.
Because here's what I'm saying. I know I'm fixing to make this too easy, but for you it'd be too complicated. You can get a little Tupperware thing, and you can put this fake grass in it that has like a sponge material under it, so he can actually walk over and pee in it, and then you would just have to go out there and hose it down every few days.
Where do you get that at? What's it called?
You don't really just buy it. You have to kind of make it, but they do sell stuff that you can do that with. Apparently, I need to help you do that. So.
Now we've added another project onto the study
Yeah,
list.
right. Oh my God, the logic. I'll just build another deck. Okay.
Okay, so funny.
Can we teach him to pee in a funnel? We'll come take a hole saw, drill a hole in the ground, a floor, put a hose on it. If we can teach an old white guy to do that, maybe we can teach this dumb dog how to pee in a funnel. Ugh.
I can't with you this morning. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but you're laughing. And that's what y'all are supposed to do.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so another funny story. So yesterday, I finally took the car to get the estimate.
Yeah, I was just fixing to make a joke about it. If you had 4 flat tires, you'd go buy a new car too, right?
That brings me to another story.
Oh, here comes another story.
No,
okay, go to your yesterday story.
Okay, so the yesterday story first. So, we had gone by Rob's Performance, and I love
Rob's Performance.
I love Rob, because he's honest. And I mean, he's like really, really honest.
He's so brutally honest, but that's what you need.
But that's what I need. And he said to me,
he's not rude about it either.
No,
I just meant he's just going to be straight up with you is what I was getting at.
Yeah. And so he said to me, this is pearl white. It's one of the hardest paint colors to match. And he's like, I've done 2 pearl white cars and I will never do another one. So he gave me the name of this other place.
And when he says that, because you make that sound horrible, but what he's trying to say is it's almost impossible to match.
Right.
And he doesn't want to take that responsibility of trying to match your paint and then you be pissed at him because it doesn't match. Right. So he's come to understand that it is a very difficult paint job, and he'd rather send you to the right person than him try to just save you a couple of bucks to do it and you not be happy.
And I appreciated him so much for that. And
being honest, he's just being honest.
Being honest, Rob reminds me a lot of my dad because my dad was.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say of me, but apparently not.
No, but my daddy. I grew up in body fender work, and that's how my dad was. And not having my dad around, it's like, okay, cool, I got Rob, so I'm good. And so I called Nationwide. I can't wait to divorce
Who's them. Never on your side.
I can't wait to divorce
them.
Yeah,
I'm divorcing them in just like a couple of days.
Well, I gotta get my car
today's
first.
The 16th.
So I can't wait to divorce them.
God, they have turned out to be such a pain in their arse. Yeah. Yes.
So I called them and I was trying to because they had assigned my claim to this car repair company off of Lithonia Industrial Boulevard. I was like, okay. So I go up there yesterday and, I'm sitting out there waiting for the Nationwide lady to show up because Nationwide told me.
You do know the lady that you're waiting on is the dumb biatch that called me giggling. Oh, I'm behind. And I might get out there in a week, maybe, or maybe a day or so after that. And I said, so what am I supposed to do? Just leave my car sitting at Rob's for 14 days? And that's what happened. It sat there for 16 days before the lady got there to look at it.
Wow.
Sat there.
They sent me to
Nationwide will F you on your side.
Is never on your side.
No, I meant they like pull you over the hood and on your side. Never mind, y'all. I'm getting a little rude, but they pissed me off. I went over 3 weeks without this car because their lazy ace couldn't even get out there and look at it. And that's what you're dealing with now.
That's what I'm dealing with right
would
now.
You like the Georgia State Commissioner's Office phone number? Because that's who I had to turn them in on.
Well, it gets a little better. So, I'm sitting there waiting and, and then Denise got sick yesterday. So I'm like, I'm stressed out about Denise being sick because I know there's nobody there with her. I'm waiting for this lady named, I can't even pronounce her name. Keandra.
Yeah,
Kendra.
that's the same lady. Yeah.
So I'm
she covers this area.
I'm waiting on her to
show up. Or she
up.
doesn't cover this area very well.
Thank you. So she has her assistant call me to tell me that, she's going to meet me at 2:00.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. When it says 2:00 and you tell me that you're going to meet me and I have gone out of my way with a friend, a friend who's very sick that I really need to be there for my friend, but I'm sitting up here waiting on Jesus help me. So, the guy, his name was Vincent. He comes out, or Vincent, he comes out and he's like, I'm going to do your estimate. And I'm like, okay. So he comes out, he takes some pictures, because I was just sitting there and he's like, well, you need to come with me. I'm like, well, you said you were going to do it. Why do I need to come with you? Because I'm already irritated. So we go out there, he's taking the pictures and everything. And so then I go sit back down in the waiting room because I'm still waiting for this Keandra chick to show up. And then he comes back. So then I think either you called me, somebody called me. And so I made the comment in the waiting room. I said, I said, I'm about 2 seconds away from bouncing out of here. I was like, because I don't do crazy. So then he comes out there and he's like, oh, Miss Mabry. I said, it's Dr. Mabry. Did you wake up with me? And
Woo!
yeah,
Message.
I was a little hot with it.
Hey, but that's what they do. They just jerk
Right.
you around.
Right. So we go in there.
And here's the thing that pisses me off. I didn't even think about this. You're nationwide.
Mhm.
I'm nationwide.
Because you told me to go nationwide, Scotty. I'm
But
nationwide.
Rob is a person. They could have come out there to Rob's. They lied to you. I just thought about that. Why am I even listening to you? I didn't even think about that when they told you couldn't blah, blah, blah. They can.
They can,
Duh.
but they didn't.
Oh, yeah. Here, I'm going to go ahead and give you this guy's number because this is ridiculous.
So,
Yeah, anytime somebody needs a number, if you're pissed off at somebody and
Scotty's got a number.
I got a number. Like if you got a problem with animal control not doing their job in Rockdale, call me. Because I was at a house yesterday where a pit bull was running around attempting to chase children. And the neighbors like, Roscoe, come here, boy. And this keeps happening. And the girl who was watching, some children said, well, we can't go out. This dog gets out like once a week and chases the kids around the yard and not in a good way. I'm like, here, dial this number.
Oh my gosh. So Vincent does the estimate and he's like, well, you've got a $5,000 deductible. I said, Vincent, let's walk through this for a second. I said, I have a Nissan Altima. I said, not an Aston Martin, not a Lamborghini. I said, why on the flip side of God's green planet would I have a $5,000 deductible? I said, you put it in your computer wrong. It's 500. He goes, no, it's 5,000. I was like, okay. I said, well, let's call on that. So he calls and he's like, yeah, you're right. It's 500. I told him, I said, you're losing points with me very quickly. And
yeah, I'm giving you a number to dial.
So
here's their 1-800 number that gets you to the office. But here is the cell number to the second person in command of the Georgia's insurance commissioner office. Yeah. Me and him had a very nice conversation. Super duper great guy who says he is tired of watching people get screwed over by our insurance companies.
Well, so Vincent, I told Vincent, because he was like,
and listen, hold on, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm sorry that I brought y'all to Nationwide. I promise I will take care of y'all. I'm not leaving my new company anytime soon. It's kind of funny when everybody's leaving that company, and even the people that work there are leaving the company.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. So, we're
oh my God, Ravens. I have a problem with my radio station that comes on late. What is the number for me to call? That is 1-800-BLOWY.
Oh, Chris, you know what? You text me where you are and I will be happy to deliver lunch to you.
After he puts the doors in?
Yeah, after you take care of the doors, then I'll be happy to deliver lunch.
I just had to throw that in there. I thought that was funny because you're the one that picks on me every day about the doors.
Well, I just didn't understand why we just couldn't put the doors up. I'm like,
oh my God, Ravens renovation. Listen to this. Say it again.
Okay, so the doors are outside on the back thing, the back porch area. And I'm like, Scotty, why are the doors still sitting there? He's like, well, I've got to get Ravens to come over and put the doors up. I'm like, just take the sliding doors out and put the French doors up. Duh. He's like, Doc, there's got to be a frame. And I'm like, no, really, there doesn't. You just take the doors out. You just like put the little hinge things on and you just open and close the doors because the width is the same. So I'm not even thinking that you got to have a door frame. But yeah.
Yeah, Chris, how you like that? So, I said, Doc, you notice there's two doors laying against the house. We have to build the door frame, the insert part that doesn't exist, he's got to make. And she's like, oh, I thought you could just take it out and just put it in. It's not a dildo. It doesn't work that way.
I'm not talking to you anymore this morning. You are done. No, so I told Vincent.
We're at 8:06. Let me clean this up.
Clean that up. I told Vincent, the guy, so he writes the estimate and he's like, we can repair. I said, so wait. you're telling me that you're going to repair my bumper by putting Bondo on plastic. I said, on what planet is that?
Yeah,
a
how
good
is that
idea?
even smart? Those things, they just take them off, put another one up.
Right. And he's like, we do this
And
all
most
the
of the time, he can order them already pre-painted.
Right. I told him, I said, okay. I said, well, let me tell you who I am. I said, since obviously you don't have a clue. I said, I wrote my name down. I said, Google me. I said, I work as a
Yeah, but you don't
morning
like guys.
I don't like guys.
So why would you want me to Google you?
Google me. Just Google me. So
You want me to put my hand on the table so nobody sees it
no.
on the camera?
No. So I told him, I said, let me tell you how. I said, this
I'm
can
going
go
to hell.
this
Oh,
can
that's
go
what the
2
other guy
ways.
told me too.
Yeah. That's what my mama used to always say. I said, let me tell you who I am. I said, I'm a morning show personality with the largest
you're a
internet
celebrity?
streaming. No, I didn't say I was a celebrity. I said, I'm
Sorry.
a morning
I
show
just had to go there.
personality with the largest internet streaming radio station in East Atlanta. I said, I also own a podcast network of 300,000 listeners. I said, so if you do right by me, you get a lot of good publicity. I said, if you screw me, I'm going to talk about you.
That's right.
I said, so you got a choice.
It's not that I like bashing people, but I don't want to be, I'm not going to be ran over either.
I'm not going to be ran over. And so he's like, and I told him, I said, you're painting half of a car at this point. I said, why can we not just paint the whole car? Because, pearl white is the hardest color to match. Well, we do this all the time. I said, okay. I said, again,
just know when it don't look good, I'm coming back.
Right. I told him, I said,
but then who pays for all my time lost and I have to keep coming back?
Exactly. I told him, I said, my rate is $150 an hour. I say, and every time that I have to leave what I'm doing to come up here and do something that you didn't do,
right,
I'm billing you.
So what's their outcome for right this minute?
Well, so he said, well, we can do this. Oh, and so then it gets better though. So he opens up the pictures and we're sitting there. He's like, oh, I didn't notice that your muffler got smushed in. And he's like, so we don't know what else we're going to find when we take the car apart.
Exactly.
And so he had 5 days on there. I said, you should have put 7 days in the estimate. I said, because you just said you didn't know what you were going to find when you took the car apart.
Right.
And he's like, well, I said, I used to write estimates with my daddy. I said, if something was 5 days and I didn't know what I was going to find, I made it an extra 2 days. I said, because if I have to pay for the rental car again, I said, it's going to be me and you. And so he's like, well, do you want to go ahead and get started today? I was like, no.
See, this is why I like going to Rob's, man. I can't stand jackasses who do that. It irritates me, and I don't want to be irritated.
It's like,
and everybody should be happy where they take their stuff.
Right.
It's your money. And the problem is at this point, your money's already been spent with the insurance company. It's their money and they can just jerk you around, which is why you have to find a good insurance company, which is,
I know. So that was my yesterday. And, I'm just like,
And then Denise having to go to the hospital didn't help because
yeah. So I
we had to run back and forth with her.
Yeah. But that's what you do when you're a radio family. It's like I was telling somebody yesterday, I was like, circus families have nothing on a radio family. And even
they kind of are the same. I mean,
yeah,
you've seen Denise. She does remind me of those clowns that get in and out of them cars when there's like 20 of them in one little Yugo. I mean, have you seen her family get out of that minivan? It's kind of clownish. Just saying.
So
you've seen her husband? I mean, come on.
Well, it was so sweet though, because, David was calling like every 5 minutes, checking on her. And I'm like, David, I got her. So we went to Kroger to drop her prescriptions off. And Denise was actually watching the clock. And she's like, oh my God, Doc, you got to get back for ladies talk. I'm like, well, I can't leave you. She's like, well, David,
you can't watch this.
She's like, David's coming. I'm like, well, I don't want, because she was in a lot of pain.
Right.
And she was really sick. And I was like, I'm not leaving you here at Kroger.
Damn, that makes me feel bad. I just dropped her the hell off and watched her walk through the emergency door.
I'm like, I'm not going to leave you because, I don't want you to be by yourself. And she's like, David's on his way. I'm like, okay, well, you have to text me as soon as he gets there and let me know that he's there and let me know that he's got you. Because, we went and we got her dinner, everything. We got both of them dinner last night. And I was just like, oh my gosh. So then finally, literally, as soon as I pull on the interstate, I get a text from her. She's like, David's got me. I'm okay. I was like, all right.
That's a lot. A lot. Is that like 2 words that just came out at the same time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
my
okay. We
goodness.
create our own words.
Yeah.
So I thought we were having, who's joining us this morning?
I'm not going to tell you. It's one of our listeners. He's like, man, can I come sit in on the show? He was somebody that was helping me battle the flying monkeys the other day. It was kind of funny.
Okay. When the comments blew,
when the comments blew wide open.
Yeah. When you hit like 200 and something comments and my phone was going off every 3 seconds, I had to unfollow that.
I want people to hear this. Because this morning I just happened to, because somebody asked me yesterday, what is up with the flying monkey? Like all the women kept saying, you called me a whore.
Right.
And I said, he won't talk to women. I want you to listen to this. And this explains his mentality.
Problem when women want to try to act like men and come try to rebuke preachers and act like they're an authority. Feminism is wicked.
That's what I'm doing.
Women are supposed to be under. Where's your husband?
Right there.
All right. Well, tell your husband to come talk to me.
Yeah,
He's a man.
He wants to talk to you, George.
You're out of. You see, listen. She is out of order. She is out of order because she is out from underneath her head, the husband. You are supposed to be under your husband. He is your authority. He is your authority. He is your authority.
He's my equal.
No, he's your authority. He's your authority. Hey, you can't come to me. Your wife. Tell your wife to back off. I'm not doing anything. I'm just preaching. And by the way, there's a law officer right there.
You wanted me here. You got me here.
All right. Your wife is out from underneath her head, which is you. Okay. You're the head of the wife. That's the way God intended. So your wife is coming over here, and she's trying to rebuke somebody like a man. No, she's not.
Yes.
You need to have I don't conversate with women.
My wife is having a conversation.
I don't conversate with women.
You don't conversate with
No, I don't.
He doesn't talk to
I
me.
talk to men.
That's why he
She had the head. That's you. You're supposed to be man enough to come talk to me. But it took me rebuking her to get you over here.
I don't have an issue with you.
It took me telling you that you need to come over here and talk to me because you were too effeminate to do it.
It took me asking him to come over.
That's the truth.
Because you have a problem.
Jesus Christ is willing to save you from your sins if you repent and believe the gospel. Homosexuality is sin.
What a piece of shit.
Wow.
Because you see the bullying.
Yeah.
It took me basically calling your wife a whore because that's what he's been doing all these women anyways. It basically took me insulting your wife to make you mad enough to come over here. So that particular time when he's videoing, he ain't calling women whores. He don't want that on record.
Right.
Just like the video he posted didn't show the handcuffs getting put on him. He went home, he did his little editing, and he posted what he wanted to post.
See, and y'all had a lot of bikers there. When we had that same problem 2 weekends ago at the parade, the bikers surrounded us and they drowned them out.
Oh yeah. Well,
I'm like,
you want to mention the word drowned?
It was a beautiful thing though. The sound of all those engines revving.
Yeah.
I was.
Well,
like,
I'm just telling you, what are these flying monkeys, dude? Come on. I bought a bobblehead of the Wicked Witch of the West yesterday. And I thought it was real ironic that I started calling these whack jobs flying monkeys. And then I find the bobblehead. I'm like, boy, is that symbolic or what? So I've got the Wicked Witch of the West I need to bring down here and set on my table. But I just thought, how funny is it? I keep talking about flying monkeys, and all of a sudden I walk into Value Village, and there sits a Wicked Witch of the West bobblehead. I'm like, oh, my God.
Wait, you went to Value Village without me?
Hell, yeah.
We're supposed to do our shopping together.
You was busy.
I
had to go to PetSmart and get the dog food.
Oh, that's right.
Then I forgot to feed the dog anyways.
How you going to forget to feed the dog?
I just got busy last night.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
she ate chicken and stuff because we gave her some.
The deer that you've got in the house, that was
the deer. Oh my God.
I really thought that was a deer too. And then I fell over that dog.
We have a greyhound that's a retired, it's my brother and sister-in-law's, a retired greyhound. It was a racing dog. And literally, it was actually in Daytona doing the whole, or wherever they'd race those in Florida. Anywho's. So Emmy comes in last night and is laying on the bed. She's, in front of the fireplace. And she's like, what are we doing with a deer in the house?
I said the same thing when I came into the kitchen.
I wish I had like little Santa, deer antlers
That's
from
all-
Christmas I could have put on the dog's head. That
I'm
would have
so
messed up
serious.
everybody.
Yeah, that's all that dog needed. And I'm used to Bella because, when I walk into a room with Bella's right beside me. This dog just lays there. So literally I'm trying
Well, he's already ran as much as he wants to run. He's just going to lay there for the rest of his life.
I'm like, so I'm trying to go to the table and I forget that the dog is laying in the middle of the kitchen floor. So I trip over the dog and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to step on you. Because this is like a really old dog and I felt so bad.
You should.
But I'm like, oh my gosh.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's a whole lot lighter than the color of the wood floor. And that just shows that you are just not used to it being there and you just turned around.
Right. I'm not. I'm used to Bella. Bella is big and
Oh my God. He's big and strong. Okay. Just keep going.
well, no, but Bella doesn't.
I know. It's just
lay
funny.
down. Like that.
All right. Well, let's shoot off to a break. We went a little over, but hey, it's okay. That's the good thing. I can do what I want to.
Because you run this.
That's right.
Because you are the man.
I run this
upstairs.
mother.
You are the man upstairs.
All right. We'll be back in a few minutes, everybody. It's just for
Oh,
fun in the
there's a
morning.
Jeep.
Don't do anything we would do. We'll be right back.
So what's wrong with the Jeep Liberties?
I didn't say anything was.
No, but she's asking the question.
Well, they're just kind of wussy. This one's been done up to make it look like a four-wheel drive, but it normally looks like a PT Cruiser. And that's why nobody wants to drive them, because they typically look like that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
This goes out to the ace hole with the sign around his neck. Ain't no rest for the wicked.
And I didn't even get you triple espresso in your coffee this morning. I was nice to you. Yeah, I just got the regular 2-shot espresso in it. I didn't add the third.
Watch, I want you to see this.
I love it.
I told you they ain't playing. But that's him. I don't talk to women. You lay down with one. Well, it's questionable. We're not sure if that's really what you lay down with. I was questioning something because most people that, if you look at psychopaths, and most of the people that kidnap women and abduct women and murder women and do sick stuff with women or people that were, brutally beat by women as child, as a child.
That's true, right?
Mental things have been done to them. So it raises the question,
What happened to you?
what happened?
Wait, okay, so who's Emmy's sister that blocked her? I thought that
Oh, it's a stepsister.
Oh,
That's why I said she's no family to you.
I was like, wait a minute.
No, that's why I said she's no family to you. It's
Okay. I thought that there was something that we need to talk about.
nope. Emmy made the comment that when a bunch of stuff about abortions were coming up and everything else, and Emmy says it's people's choice to do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And this sister's like, starting to raise Cain and get smart mouth with Emmy. Well, not personally with Emmy. She was just going on her page. I had a sister and I can't believe, I thought she viewed things one way and now she's saying this. You need to pick a side. It's real simple.
Wow.
You're entitled to your opinion. But she wanted to blast Emmy. So, you know what? She deleted Emmy. So I saw that. I just went ahead and removed her because I wasn't going to listen to that crap either. That's supposed to be your sister, who Emmy took care of her kids. .com.
Oh, Tammy Hammonds and her daughter Kimby are coming in Monday morning to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're back.
We're back.
It's Freaky Friday, man. I can't believe it's Friday. Like, I got to get the bus cleaned out today.
Are you going to take it to the new car wash
Oh
on
my
Salem
God,
Road?
no, that thing won't fit in there. But I got to get in there with a vacuum. I got to clean it because tomorrow I've got to
Where are we at tomorrow? Or where are you at tomorrow?
do a wedding ceremony
Oh,
at 4 and then pick up a bridal party in the bus at 5.
you rolling.
5:30 rather. Some friends of ours, two different families in two different sides of our counties that are doing weddings. Pardon me. The second one, the one I got to give a ride to,
Mhm.
the wedding party, all the females are going to get dressed at the hotel,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm just going to ride up. They're going to jump in the bus. That was kind of our gift to them, and I'm going to take them, drop them off
Aw.
at the country club.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yep.
Aw. Well,
So I got to get it cleaned. I
you
mean,
can
all
still
that
get it
rain
detailed.
and do you know what it takes to do a bus?
a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah. Speaking of, I need their vacuum cleaners. I wonder if I can pull the bus up to the side and like get a big old hose and go up in there.
I bet you could because you got friends.
Golly, let me tell you, because vacuuming that, I have to get like the regular vacuum cleaner, put the hose on it and the end on it, and then it takes forever to vacuum that bus.
No, you just need to call your friends.
I need
at
to
the new
call
car
them.
wash on Salem Road.
Yeah.
'Cause
We'll see how that works.
they do detail service.
So that's my today, my today to do today list.
Well, I've got to finish packing because we leave for Kansas tonight, and because Benny's doing a wedding out there on Saturday morning. So
You're running slow. I thought you got 3 shots of espresso in that cup.
I got 2.
Why did you cheat yourself? If you're already there,
Because I remember I ate dinner with you guys last night, and you guys are not vegetarians.
so what does that have to do with you getting 3 shots of espresso?
Because I ate meat last night, and I did not want to have meat and 3 shots of espresso.
Do they not go together?
They don't go together.
Because I'm trying to figure it
It
out.
would not have been a good morning for us in the studio.
Well, yesterday you did the rap song. It was a good morning, right?
Of course, it was. Today I'm actually going to do Vanilla Ice
Oh my Lord!
because everybody loves that.
I'm
one.
not saying no. I just said, oh my Lord.
I'm just saying.
I think you should do Vanilla Ice. Play that funky music, White Boy too. That's a good one too.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
good one.
Okay. See,
You don't hear it very often. Him and MC Hammer actually did it one time together.
Oh, that Facebook thing about how many hours have you spent on Facebook?
Yes, I was going to tell you. I wanted to go do that here in a second.
So I was only like 100 hours behind you.
You know what's funny is my wife did it first.
Hmm.
And we were laughing because it's like, holy cow. But then I do remember when she gets home from work, you know, she allows me, if you will use the word allows me, she allows me just to watch what I want to watch on TV because she's kind of catching up on Facebook. So she's on Facebook a great deal at night, but not as an average every day. So my brother-in-law is 1940 hours.
Crystal's 1840.
Then my wife was 1840. We have Fiona at 1398. And you're like, my wife is okay, it's 1840. We got somebody else that's 1310. Michelle's 1310. Sissy is at 1963. So far, my brother-in-law is 1940. He's the winning one so far. I don't know that I'd call him a winner, but he admitted something, and let me just keep scrolling, and then we'll see what our totals come out to be. So 1940 seems to be the highest. My friend Sissy Jet, holy cannoli. Sissy said she is 1963.
Wow.
Yeah. And see, she's out of town a lot and riding in a rig with her husband. So far, Sissy's the winner. So Sean got bunked, but I'll tell you how Sean also got so many hours too. Chris Jones, 1894, truck driver as well. So when he's stuck sitting, you know, while they load and unload vehicles, of course, he's going to be playing on his phone. Kurt Johnson's at 900. Lori is 1866. So she's what? Above my wife. My wife is 1840. 1974 for Valerie. Holy cow.
Denise was 1991.
So Valerie is now in lead with 1974.
No, Denise is in the lead with 1991.
I'm going down. Woman,
Oh, I'm
you let me
sorry.
keep going in the order
Okay,
I'm going.
oh.
Okay, you got Dina. Okay, excuse me. Bobby is at 1690. Dina is at 1710. Aaron at 1985. So far, 1985 now goes to Aaron. Then you have, how do you pronounce that?
Magdalena?
Magdalena, or is it Magdalena? Magdalena instead of Magdalena. Got 1875. So that puts her as number 2. And then Karen at 988. Tina at 1191. Melinda at 1260. Brian at 1032. Heather Jones at 1442. All right. And then you said Denise is at what?
Denise is 1991.
I didn't ask what year she was born.
No, that's the hours. She's been on
Oh.
the internet, fool.
So think about that. Now, here's how my brother-in-law got his numbers. Because of the business that he's in with computers and stuff, his cell phone service isn't in these buildings, isn't what people would think, right? Because he's in these big computer rooms. So his Facebook stays open and people are using Messenger. That's how they communicate because you can't reach them through phone. So that kind of explains his hours. Because I'm like, fool, I thought you had a job. How do you have a job and have that many hours on Facebook? Then he explained it, and I said, oh, well, that makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So how crazy is it that Denise is at 1991?
Well, because she is, you.
Is that you vibrating?
Yeah, that was me.
Good
vibrating.
Lord.
I'm sorry. Sorry. But Denise said, let's see.
She
She's
said this thing's full of shit.
Yeah, how do they figure those numbers out? I can't believe she's up this morning listening to us.
So I just divided it by 24 hours, right? So that if you take the 1991 divided by 24 hours, right? 24 hours in a day, that comes out to be 82, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then what do I need to do? Divide that by 7 days a week?
Well, she said that.
So that's like 11 hours a day?
Well, no, she said that means that she's on like 8 hours a day, which we know is not true.
How do we know that?
Well, Scotty, she is probably on in the morning, but then she has 3 children. that
Okay,
she
so
has
what
to
that means is somehow or another, she's leaving her Facebook on.
own. Well, but that's the thing about mobile phones. Like my Facebook is always on.
No, there's a difference when you close your app.
I never close my app because I don't know how.
Oh, okay. Doc's vibrating. Tell her to leave her toys at home. From a listener. And yes, Denise, for the first time in your life, you're a winner. There you go.
She's always a winner. I missed Denise this morning.
She's already won the award for most consecutive kids in a row. That's a joke, Doc.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute.
Because kids one after another already. Duh.
Oh, okay.
Never mind, Doc. Just never mind. I don't want to complicate things.
Well,
So, yeah, can you imagine? Can you imagine? I mean, with these numbers, I just thought it would be a cool kind of thing last night when we saw it kind of happen. And as it was happening, I was like, oh, man, come on. You know how cool this is going to be able to just kind of bust out some numbers and laugh about it?
See, and I love stuff like that. I love those little tests.
That's not a test.
It is a test.
What is it a test to? To test to prove that you're an
No.
addict on Facebook?
No. Listen to me.
Okay, I'm listening. What was that video?
No, it's called nametest.com. That's the actual site. And I love
Right, but
that's-
that really wasn't a test.
But that's what I was saying. I love those little tests on name tests. Ugh. I'm getting me a new white man. I'm going to Snellville right now.
I so suggest you try that in Snellville.
You know what? I bet I could find one.
You might can find one down on Annistown Road back down towards the Lithonia area.
Huh?
Nothing. God, never mind. So you got anything today? Any news of anything? Anything of worthiness?
Anything of worthiness?
Yes.
Well, McDonald's. So, McDonald's rolled out their new all-day breakfast menu.
Yes.
And,
How'd you like that?
Well, the customers I don't eat McDonald's, but the customers are really happy about it. But the franchisees are saying that, it's killing them and it's slowing down their order times. And now they've got to hire more people to keep up with the demand. And, so the franchisees are not happy. The customers are happy, but the franchisees are not happy. So I don't know. And, McDonald's did this as a corporate decision because they have been bleeding money for the past, oh my gosh, probably about 9 or 10 years.
Right.
Because remember they rolled out those, remember those custom burgers that they rolled out?
I just got tell her to look for Mr. Worley. He's in Snellville. He's always looking for a woman.
Who's that?
It's just never mind.
Oh,
just
okay.
go with it. It's funny.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I want him. I need one just like Scotty, who will move my car for me at night just because I ask.
Well, Doc, I regret to inform you.
What?
The fact that you needed your car moved and you thought it was real nice of me, I realized that the only way I was going to get you out of my house is if I moved your car.
That's not true.
So it was kind of beneficial for me
TISNF.
to spin the car around, A, so you wouldn't tear my grass up, but B, if I had it fixed where all you had to do is walk out there, crank it, and pull straight out of here, ba-ding.
TISNF.
Tell everybody what happened when you got in your car last night. This is awesome. I walked you to your car, though.
You did walk me to my car. So, most people, when they move a car, they don't move the seats and the mirrors and everything.
No, I did not
else.
move the mirrors, but hell, I could not get behind the steering wheel. You sit right up on the wheel.
Because I'm short.
I think you got like the rule that I have that I say you have to be close to the mic within 2 fingers or 3 fingers. I think you have your boobs have to be 2 fingers from your steering wheel because I couldn't even get in the car till I moved the seat back.
So Scotty moves the seat all the way back, and then he lays the seat back.
No, not like going to sleep layback, but I had to be able to get in this. It's a freaking Nissan.
And I'm like,
Speaking of sardines, I mean, that's what it was like me getting in this little car.
so
People don't know that when you have a 4-door, people believe when you have a 4-door, you have more room. the car's the same size. The problem is when you take one big door and you have to shrink one big door in order to put a second door behind it. Yes, you gain entrance into the back seat easier, but you actually make entrance into your front seat smaller.
Yes.
For people that don't figure that out.
So Scotty, so I go to get in the car and I'm like, oh, Scotty, thank you so much for moving my car. Because, Scotty does take really good care of me when I come over to drink and hang out and stuff. And so I go get in the car and I mean, literally, I almost fell out of my own car because he had the seat, like, I felt like I was in a lowrider. He had the seat all the way down to the ground. It was all the way back. So I'm moving the seat up. And then finally, when I get halfway home, I realize I can't see out the mirror anymore. So I have to adjust the mirror.
I didn't move the mirror, so I don't know what happened. I think just because we moved your seat. My problem is when I first started to get in your car, I had to slide the seat all the way back. And then I went to get in, and you had the back completely straight up, 90-plus degrees.
That's how you're supposed to drive.
And I was leaning. I mean, like, my feet were now able to touch the pedals, but I was leaning all up on the steering wheel. And then my head was touching the headliner. So I have to lower the seat. Then I have to tilt the back just so I could try to back it out of my yard and get it spun around and pulled back in the, driveway area.
I think we need like a little circle thing for me.
I think I need to find somebody that does either some good gravel work or some good concrete work. Cause I got all sorts of stuff I need done. Money's the issue.
Well, I just need somebody to do like a little circle driveway for me.
The problem with doing a circle driveway
just around the mailbox.
Yeah, but the problem is this.
What?
If Denise pulls in the circle before you, then you pull behind her. You still can't go anywhere until Denise moves. And that's the problem we already have. Whether we got a circle or don't have a circle.
No, but like
you get blocked in.
One car could face this way. The other car could drop back in.
Hey,
and face
let me
that way.
just tell you something. You have a hard enough time backing straight. I can only imagine you trying to back in a circle.
I don't have a hard time backing straight.
Then why did I have to move the car out of the driveway?
Because I couldn't do it right.
I sound like a smoker. That was too good because I just couldn't do it right. So you're admitting you couldn't back up worth the crap in the dark?
No, I can't.
Okay.
I could not back up worth the crap
It's
in
so
the dark.
precious to see you like, I can't, but I just couldn't.
But I tried my best.
I know.
I realized my limitations. When it took me 4 times to get my driver's license, and finally the examiner, Miss Hines, who's now passed away.
So on the Hines side.
Yeah. So she told me, she's like, just promise me you will never park anywhere near me or near any car. I was like, I promise.
It's funny because I realize there's things I can't do, so I just don't even attempt it anymore. Because of my back and everything, a lot of the construction stuff I used to do, I just don't do. And my mindset is I'm so busy doing stuff here that I don't think the same way I used to as far as doing construction. So like when Ravens came over one day and was trying to do some stuff on the deck, he's like, look, I got this. Just go back in the house. He's like, dude, you don't do this stuff anymore. Just let me take care of it. And I'm like, no problemo. I am going back in the house.
See, we got to have a Just for Fun radio viewing night on the lake soon.
Yes, now that it's getting colder.
Yeah, don't do it this weekend, though, because remember, we're all out of town.
I was doing it this weekend.
Really, Scotty?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to channel my inner Crystal.
We were going to watch House Guest.
What's that movie?
It's about these annoying people that keep coming over.
Are you trying to send a subliminal message to me?
I'm joking. No, but there was like 2 different movies like that. One that had like Goldie Hawn in it, and then there was another one. What's that other? Oh my God! Is that black comedian that was tall and his butt was like halfway up his back?
No,
Sinbad.
We need a kids movie.
Was in that one.
I want to, because we watched an adult movie the last time for Movie on the Lake.
Well, are kids gonna be there? Because if kids aren't gonna be there, why am I gonna watch a kid movie?
Because I like kid movies.
We'll wait till it's like 18 degrees and we'll watch Frozen.
No,
I think that'd be funny.
I don't think that's gonna work for us.
It's just not happening for you.
Not happening.
Okay, we'll have to come up with something.
Yeah, we gotta come up with, or I know what we could do. We could like have a Sundance movie festival on the lake.
No, we are not watching no crummy movies. If it couldn't make it to the theaters, it's not worth watching here either.
But Scotty,
If it sucked so bad that they wouldn't show it in the theater, why would I want to show it here?
because
Why?
because we need it.
So everybody's sitting in my backyard. Joe Leaper. I mean, come on. Let's just say everybody. Let's not even put names to it. Just everybody's going to be looking, going, there went 2.5 hours of my life that I can't get back. Please tell me the rest of y'all fell asleep and at least took a nap.
That's not true.
The whole time people will be going, Doc, what's happening? I don't get this.
See,
And everybody's going to be like, because it's a crappy movie. They wouldn't even show it in the theater. It went straight to DVD. We might as well watch Sharknado.
What is Sharknado?
Oh, never mind. I'm not going to get into Sharknado with you because there's just some moments in my life that you can't get back, like that 2.5 hours that we would spend watching some stupid Sundance Festival crap movie.
Some of those are really good.
In what way?
I watched some really good independent films. I can't remember the
Name one that did really well.
Go Fish.
Yeah, I have no clue. Is that a game?
No, it's a movie. It's a movie.
You got any aces? Nope. Go Fish.
It's a movie. What's the other one?
It was
that I
so good that
watched?
we all know about it. The first person who can text or call in and say they know what that movie's about, that would be awesome just to see, other than you, who knows about it. And maybe Benny.
And then I watched what was the other one? When the Levees Broke.
Yeah, anybody that knows any of the movies that Doc's naming, please let us know. And then tell us your review on it. Keep going.
And then what else did I watch? There was one other movie that I watched, but I can't remember. I'd have to go look at my Netflix.
Yeah, because it was that good.
Well, no,
It was that good you remembered the name of it.
No, okay, so here's my confession. Here's my confession Friday about movies. So I get distracted like about the first hour into a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I get distracted and I either fall asleep or I start doing something else because it doesn't hold my attention.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have ADD.
Can I make a suggestion?
Hmm.
Watch good movies that actually catch your attention.
I don't think that's what it is.
I'm sure it might not be 100% that is a problem. But again, if it was a good movie, you would probably pay more attention to it. You seem like a sitcom kind of person.
I'm a romantic comedy kind
No,
of
I
person.
meant sitcom where it only takes like 30 minutes of your time.
Yes. Yeah, I can't more than 30 minutes. You know, it's okay. So Benny is really into How to Get Away with Murder and Scandal and everything.
What should that tell you?
I do great the first 30 minutes.
Never mind. You're not catching that.
I didn't catch that.
Anytime a spouse is really happy and watching How to Get Away with Murder, what does that tell you? I know a dude that was like, man, my wife just can't get enough. I went, you might want to think about what you just said.
Yeah. But yeah, so like last night, I came in and
We have no callers. Nobody's chiming in. They're like,
yeah, they're
I
like, "I'm
wonder,
not
does my
touching that."
wife watch that?
Nobody's touching that. But I came in and the rule in my house is when I come in from ladies talk, just don't talk to me.
Wow. Wait a minute. You just did ladies talk and your rule is when I get home, don't talk to me.
Because I need to I need to come down off my high.
I know. That's how it is every day when the show's off. Our adrenaline's kind of pumped,
Right. But you always kick me out after about an hour being upstairs.
Well, if the show's over.
I know, but all except for that one night when you kicked us outside.
Because y'all were too loud inside. And then y'all were so loud outside. They were so loud outside. Let me just paint a picture. Over the baby's crib, I have a shelf with a baby monitor. There's a window near the baby.
We weren't even near the window, though.
The baby is on the left side of the house. The driveway's on the right side of the house. That's if you're inside looking out. So I'm in the living room. The baby monitor's going, and I hear them yelling over the baby monitor. And I'm like going to the front door going, it's 11:30, you jackasses. And I just heard you yelling over the baby monitor. This is on the opposite side of the house. And then they wonder why I'm like, it's time to go.
I think that was the night that Zach made our drinks. And
Yeah. You think?
So, yeah, we were just outside trying to get our bearings together.
Let me tell you something. As drunk as you folks was, them Barons were not even in the same wheel. Which way is north? I don't know. If we keep walking in circles, we'll find it.
Yeah, but Ladies Talk is it was really good last night. I've actually loved all of the shows that we've done. And next week we're going to be at Rob's performance.
Yeah, I got to get everything fine-tuned. I'm hoping everything kicks off on the Mac. If I get Sunday, I'm going to try to mess with it on Sunday. I'm yawning. I'm sorry.
Are you going to come up there and play music for us? Or do we have everything? Are you going to make us do everything?
What?
Like what you do for Falcon's Fury. Are you going to like roll it out for us like that?
I'm going to come do what we did at the yoga studio.
But like, no, I want like music playing and everything. And I want you like, being the loud, crazy DJ. Okay, so I kind of want to turn this into like a Ladies Talk on steroids with.
Can I
Please.
Can I give you a suggestion?
Please.
Can I get you? Can I give you some constructive criticisms?
Okay.
You need to get your wants under control.
That's not constructive criticism.
You need to get your fantasies under control.
No, but like we could have the bus up there, and it would just be so.
We'll get some midgets
cool.
juggling, bowling ball pins on fire.
I didn't ask for all that. I didn't.
Guys on stilts.
I did not
walking on high ropes at the same time.
See, I did not even ask for the fire-eating women to come.
Some flying monkeys to come by.
I didn't even ask for that. I just asked for the bus to come and the bus to be parked there, and then you to be
the
like
bus
DJing.
may be parked outside. Yes.
Okay,
but
so for you to be DJing and everything.
why would I be Why would I be DJing outside if I got to be inside controlling the radio station part of stuff?
Oh.
Because you're supposed to be inside, right?
Yeah.
So then how am I going to be outside with all that stuff?
Oh.
Little Richard, I can't juggle. That's funny.
Okay.
Yeah, how do you visualize? I bet you were hell in the game Candyland. Good Lord.
I could play some mean Candyland.
Yeah, if I have to get in there while y'all are winding it up. You wind it up before the show and wind it down after the show. While y'all are winding it up, I'm going to be over there setting up microphones and all that stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
now that you told me the hard part.
Well, can we like turn it into like a big party?
Y'all always turn everything into like a big party. Again, you wind it up.
I don't like you this morning.
Reality sucks sometimes, doesn't it?
I don't like you this morning because you're not playing nice in the sandbox.
I am
others.
too. How am I not?
You know what? And see, didn't I have your back yesterday when I was trying to buy my Halloween costume online? And you said to me, don't leave me with the kids.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
And
I told the story to my brother-in-law and sister-in-law last night of their children. Good friggin' God. So I got to tell everybody this. I don't care if it embarrasses anybody or not. So my youngest niece,
she's like what?
I don't
5?
really know her that well because they live in Kansas now. She's not 5. There's no way that kid could be 5. So I'm not sure of her age. So I say, all right, y'all need to go get dressed. I don't know how. I'm like, oh my God, yes, you do. So she goes to the bathroom. Bathroom door's open. I'm okay with that. Me and Doc standing in the kitchen talking.
No, you're talking. I'm trying to buy my Halloween costume.
I turn and there stands a naked child holding her shorts in front of her like they got dog poo on them. I mean, they don't, but that's how she's holding them. I went, what the heck are you doing? She goes, they're dirty. I went, oh my God, all you did was sleep in them. And I was walking her back to the bathroom going, get back in here. And she's standing there holding them out like I'm supposed to take them from her. And I went, throw in the floor. I'm not supposed to. I said, just throw the shorts in the floor. She goes, it's not like I peed on them. I went, why are you naked?
So, you know, and
yes.
I'm still trying to get my Halloween costume.
And Doc's hearing all this.
I'm hearing all this. I'm hearing it, but I'm trying not
I walk
to
to
hear
the
it.
front living room and I tell the older sister, do you have her clothes? She goes, yes. I said, please take her clothes. So then Doc's starting to kind of focus on the reality of what's happening. And she turns, stands up. I'm standing up. We're both facing each other. We hear this little voice. We look back, and standing right at the door of the kitchen is now a naked little girl holding a stack of clothes. And I went, oh my God, what are you doing? You're supposed to be getting dressed. She's like, I don't know how. I'm like, yes, you do.
So I'm watching Scotty have this meltdown. I'm like, okay, maybe I need to.
I was so embarrassed because it's not that she was really doing anything wrong. She's just a kid. But for me, I'm just like, oh my God, why?
Yeah.
Why is this happening to me? I'm not great with kids.
No, he's not.
I'm just not great. I'm not great with other people's kids because I'm just not that. I'm not Mother Goose. I'm just not that nature. And I'm kind of like, get up, put your shoes on. I don't want to. We'll do it because I said so, because that's what you're supposed to do. It's time to go. And I'm that kind of guy.
Yeah, you're that kind of guy.
Sucks with little girls.
No, that doesn't work with little girls. So Scotty looks at me. He goes, Doc, do that
Save
thing that
me.
you do. He's like, do that thing that you do with the kids. And I'm like, okay.
So it was absolutely hilarious because Doc's like, okay, girls, I'm going to count to 5 and we're going to put our shoes on.
Well, no, I said, where are your shoes? And the little one, she goes, I don't know. I said, okay. I said, let me explain it to you like this. You have 5 seconds to get your shoes on, and 3 of them are already gone. Find your shoes and get them on now.
It was so funny because one of the times after she was dressed, of course, I said, find your shoes. And she stood on top of this little sliding board and says, I don't have to. My mama doesn't make me. And I'm just like, I'm about to come unglued. And she's not a bad kid because last night, Mom and Daddy was looking at her laughing, going, you were just trying to test Uncle Scott, what? And she just giggled. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, and I felt really bad for poor
But
Uncle
my
Scott
thing was,
yesterday.
my problem is I was in go mode.
Yes.
And in my mind, it's time to go. We got to go. Let's get going. Come on, let's get moving.
So then they go to, so at this point, I've taken complete control of the situation. So I'm like, okay, I was like, everybody, we need to line up. We've got to go get in the van. I need everybody on board. Look to see, make sure your sister's here, make sure that we're all together. I'm in teacher mode. So, I get the kids in the van and I put the little one on the wrong side. And she goes, I'm just going to sit here. And Sky's like, no, she's got to be on the other side. I'm thinking, okay. So I'm like, you're going to have to crawl over to the other side because you have to sit in the booster seat. And yeah, so, I joke all the time that I want another baby. I want more kids. I think I'm good. I think I'm good now.
And it's just so funny because it's not, like I said, it's not like they're bad kids. It's just when you're not
in that zone.
Well, the reality is when you have children that are used to their parents and the way their parents do stuff, and then you are the person you are, you don't think about the complications, because some parents are, like, unfortunately, some parents are different than other parents. I'm kind of cut, dry, simple. Come on, get your shoes on, let's get the hell out of here. And then you have parents like I've seen at the store. We've seen kids at like Walmart, especially Target. We see it mostly at Target. I don't know why it makes a difference, but I'll make a skit out of this in a second. Hang on. But at Target, it's Bobby, quit throwing the toy on the ground. Do you want me to give you a timeout? Bobby, quit throw. Please. Don't throw things. Verbalize your feelings. Of course, Walmart. Boy, I told you, pick that crap back up. Don't make me hit you with that PBR can. Hold on, let me finish drinking. I ain't gonna hit you with a full one. That's a waste of beer. There's a little bit of a difference between the parents that go to Walmart and the parents that go to Target. But it blows my mind with do you want a timeout? Do you want this leather belt across your ace?
See, and I was always the parent of, do you need some time by yourself to think about what you've done?
You know what? If you did that to me, I would laugh at you because you know what I'd say? Yes, go the hell away.
And I would say,
Because of
okay.
course I don't want to be around you. You're irritating me.
And and I would say, okay.
How do you feel? I feel like you suck as a mom.
I'd be like, well, okay, so let's talk about what that means to suck as a mom.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
And my daughter, she used to, because I was notorious for doing that with her. My son, not so much.
I'm a realist. I guess that's why my daughter is kind of the way she is because I live in the real. I just live in the real world. There's no reason to sugarcoat things. There's no reason to BS things. Let's just be real. Let's be direct. Let's take care of what needs to be taken care of. Sometimes you got to turn the emotions off and do what has to be done.
And I can do that too.
Put the gun behind the dog's ear, pull the trigger if that's what you got to do.
Yeah,
you just do what you got to do.
But, it's like I never will forget the one time that Allison was probably like 7 or 8. And she had gotten in trouble for something because I was a teacher. So the worst thing as a teacher is when you are teaching a class full of kids and one of your teacher friends sends your daughter to your classroom with a note. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe my child is in trouble.
And what does the note say?
Well, the note was, Allison and this other little girl had gotten into an argument over
Little Richard, 1970, by the way. He just did the test.
19. Oh, so he's
now in 3rd place.
Okay.
No, 4th place.
4th place. I'm the lowest one.
Keep going. I didn't mean to change your story, but I just saw it pop up.
Yeah, so I was laughing at Allison. I was like, how do you get into an argument over an agenda? And what I used to do with her every morning is I would write positive notes in her agenda for her to read so that as she's writing down her assignments during the day, she's got a note from mommy. And
how old is she?
Now, she was 7 then.
Okay. That's acceptable to still get crap from mommy, but
yeah, so she was 7. And this other little girl wanted to see the agenda and Allison wouldn't let her see it. So the other little girl pinched her and Allison pinched her back. And so
sounds kind of normal.
So, I get the note and Allison's standing there and she's like, Mommy, I pinched her accidentally on purpose. I said, oh, baby, how do you pinch someone accidentally on purpose? And she just looked at me. I said, okay. I said, we need to write about what it means to pinch someone.
That is
and
funny.
How that feels.
Pardon me.
Yeah. She was like,
well, do unto others as they shall do unto you.
That's right.
My grandfather used to say, you know what? The Bible says, do unto others as they shall do unto you. He says, but you know what I believe? I believe you better do it to them first.
I'm with your grandfather. Yeah, I'm with your grandfather.
Because my grandfather used to be the one that when I was coming home from school, get bullied and stuff, he'd say, now I need to explain something to you. And I'm like, what's that? He says, when you got them 2 boys bullying you and you're walking down the sidewalk, he says, I need you to do me a favor. And I said, what's that? He says, I need you to turn around and either pick up a brick or a stick and just beat one of them right to death in the face. The second one will leave you alone.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh, okay. So now I'm 2nd grade and daycare was coming to pick us up. Pouring down, raining, and the door that we came out of on the back side of Indian Creek Elementary, there was a little turnaround in the back where the loading dock was for the cafeteria where they deliver milk and stuff, right? So we would have to stand in this turnaround and waiting. But since it was pouring down raining, we had to go up the steps and wait at the loading dock because it had a roof over it.
Okay.
Well, this dude named Jay Harris, a couple grades above me, and his brother was my grade. Well, Jay Harris kept picking on us and picking on us and picking on us. Not the brother. He didn't pick on the brother. He just kept picking on all the smaller kids, not his brother, but the rest of us. So here we were standing at this loading dock, and he kept on and on and on and on. And I never really considered how high a loading dock was. That really wasn't in my mindset. But when the boy kept pushing on me, I decided, I'm pushing you off the loading dock.
Oh my gosh.
So I pushed him off the loading dock. Of course, he got completely soaking wet. We got back to daycare. I got in trouble for it. And, everybody else got to play. I had to go stand in the corner. But when my father got there, my father said, explain to me why he's in the corner. Well, this boy had been picking and Scott pushed him off the loading dock and it messed up his wrist, but it didn't broke. So nothing's going to be done. And my father was like, back up now. Why? Why did this happen? Well, Scott didn't, blah, blah, blah. But wait, we going to go from the beginning. And in the beginning of it is this boy's been picking on my son and all these other kids. Yeah. Needless to say, I wasn't in the corner the next day. That's just my mentality. And I think that's why I became the person I am, as far as I don't like bullies and I don't take crap off of nobody. Because the problem is, what were we supposed to do? Just keep standing there letting somebody bully us?
No.
That's why I promote standing up for yourself so much. And that's why a couple of weeks ago, I had to just bust out a very simple analogy. If everybody remembers the Disney movie Ants, the ants got bullied by the grasshoppers until the ants realized that there was thousands of them and only just a few grasshoppers.
Yes.
Come on.
Oh, that would be a cute movie to watch.
No, come on, dog. That was just an analogy.
Okay.
But yes, people need to stand up. It's kind of like the jackass with the sign yelling at people. I mean, he's just bullying, and he's trying to use God in a bullying statement. Come the freaking frack on.
And I hate it when people do that.
I'm going to bully you, but I'm going to do it using a good name and ruin it and drag it through the mud. Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
All right, we got to shoot off to commercial.
We're going to shoot off to commercial. Everybody have a good day. We're not going anywhere yet, but we are going to a commercial.
And I got first dibs on the bathroom.
Oh, my God. Really? I wasn't quite on the commercial yet.
Oh.
Do you hear music playing?
I wasn't listening.
She's like, and I got dibs on the bathroom. Flush it this time. All right, we'll be right back. Jacob says he's an hour behind Little Richard, which puts him number 5.
Where's Drew at?
I don't know. Not Drew, Jacob.
Jacob. Okay.
Oh, there's Drew. Let me see what he sent me the link. I don't need the link, Drew. I need how much time.
Right.
Now you know. I'm gonna go to his page and see if it shows it. Oh, he's $18.99.
$18.99.
Well, until you're in the 19s, that's the leaders are in the 19s.
Yeah, you know me. Did you know if you get a new toilet that you can get a reimbursement from Rockdale County?
What? Oh, yeah. That was fresh. Oh, he says he's only 1035. I thought he said he was who said they were I thought Jacob said he was 1899.
That's what his thing said.
Yeah, but he says only 1030 for him. 1035.
Oh.
Huh. We need to verify that.
All right, so
He says disappointing since I'm on all day.
I got to move our live event of the wine tasting to November.
Have you talked to her?
Because Karen wanted to move it anyway, but Exclusive wanted us to do a live event there in November, and I was like, "Look, since they're not a sponsor anymore."
Yeah, because look, we're at 16th and still ain't heard from her. I got to pull it. I can't.
We can't.
Problem is now we got to get Laura to get it off the website. That was fresh.
Oh, we need this truck, Scotty.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
You know me. We had a guest, but apparently he didn't make it. I'm gonna go see if my brother-in-law will come down.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna get you with my little flying monkeys too. Ah!
Really, Scotty?
Send me back my flying monkeys. Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny. If you ask me. Boom, 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 ba-dum, 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 boom, boom.
Are you going to go help her?
I'm working.
She just said, I'm about to.
I can't hear. I got
You know
headphones
what?
on.
You know what? We're going to talk about
I'm
this.
gonna smack you.
I'm going to punch you.
I have headphones on. I
just-
hear you because you're speaking into a
I
microphone.
just asked you, were you going to go help her? You know what? Sometimes you can be.
By the
such-
time you asked it, she was already at the last step.
You still could have got up and went over there and helped her. Sometimes you make me so frustrated with you.
I am working.
I get that you are working, but
She could have thrown it in the floor. It'd have been okay.
she needed help.
Woman, by the time I
Oh my
heard you ask me,
gosh.
she was already at the bottom of the steps.
I'm done with you.
And you want to get sarcastic with me.
I am so done with
And you
you
said,
right
didn't
now.
I hear her? I have headphones on. I heard you because you're in front of a mic.
I'm so done with you right now. Just don't even talk to me the rest of
Man.
the show. Don't even talk to me. I'm
Anywho,
going to have a podcast all by myself.
we got a message from the
Hello,
Pamper Puppy say
listeners.
that they are jamming out this morning to Just for Fun Radio.
I'm not talking to you. I'm going to talk.
Well, then try not speaking into the mic if you don't want to talk to me.
I'm not talking to you. I'm going to talk to myself.
Well, and you're fairly good at that.
Mm-hmm.
So do you like my bobblehead or what? Is that not cool?
So Kathy Harper, who
Who is she?
I'm not talking to you.
Lord. No wonder Benny says she likes it when you come over here.
Okay, so no, seriously. Emily Max, who is a kindergarten teacher at Fred Toomer Elementary School, has been selected as a finalist for a $100,000 grant. And Kathy asked me to share this on my page so that, because what Emily needs is votes. There are only 4 finalists, and I think she's the only one in Georgia.
And what is it? I mean,
It's a $100,000 grant it's called Dream Big.
okay.
And Toomer Elementary School is in the historic Kirkwood neighborhood. So there, it's historic Kirkwood. Their schools are not very accessible. And right now they have to share a playground with the Boys and Girls Club.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no way they have some children in wheelchairs that they can't get to the playground because they have to go over wood chips. So there's not a solid surface to push them over.
Right.
And so I'm going to share this so that we can hopefully vote and help them.
I love you, honey, no matter what Doc makes it out to look like. So listen, the Facebook counter is got to be wrong because it said last night, 10 hours ago, I was at 1571. I just did it again, and it says I'm at 1571. How is that even remotely possible with the time I was on last night? And just as of from 6 a.m. to right now is at least 3 hours. So I
Right.
should be at like 1575 at this point. So I'm just saying, I'm willing to bet that this thing is not accurate. We deemed you, Denise, the winner. And now we realize that, the numbers cannot be accurate. I'm sorry.
Well, but
You're still a winner to us.
But Denise said that in the beginning. She's like, the test was wrong.
Yeah. Well, I
So-
know that. I'm just showing examples because
Just
even
saying.
Jacob just said that there's no way, as much as he's on Facebook, that he is that low number. For Jacob to say he's 1035, there's no way. Homie is on Facebook way more than me. Hi, my name's Jacob, and I'm addicted to Facebook. I have been on it for 4 years and have pooped my pants twice. I am an addict. Doc, focus.
I'm focusing.
Where are you? I'm over here busting a joke. You have no idea what I'm even talking about.
I do have an idea of what you're talking about.
What are you doing? What are you doing? You're giggling now. So now that means I've embarrassed you a little bit. Hey, it's Ted Danson.
You
Remember when Ted did that?
Yes, I'm going to have a talk with some of my friends about this.
Yeah, but we
because-
got the same face around here. That's the shut up mask.
Yeah, but that's not inappropriate. I mean, I get that it's a shut up mask, but that's not appropriate.
But it would be okay if the black person had on the white one. So what it is you know, everybody's got those little mime type masks that you can buy, and they sell a black one, they sell a white one. So there's a white woman that has one on, and Doc says it's not appropriate. But if a black man had a white one on, would it be appropriate?
Well, yeah, but this is almost on the. Remember that student in somewhere in Florida, I think it was, that colored her entire face with a black Sharpie. You don't remember that?
I do.
Yeah.
I think the wussification of America has allowed people to just have. Today I feel like complaining. Let me scroll down Facebook and find something to complain about.
That is not it. No, but you know, sometimes, seriously, all kidding aside,
It's a friggin' mask.
no, but sometimes people don't realize how things like that can be taken.
Do you know that if I wanted to think screwed up like the idiot with the sign, then anything I see, I can take the wrong way.
No,
I don't
but-
talk to women.
I don't talk to men, except you.
But I mean, everything is in words of perception.
And,
If you're looking to see something weird, you're gonna see something weird.
let me frame this differently for you. The person who's doing this is a partner in a law firm, and professionally posting that picture on Facebook.
Who's wait? I know this is gonna bite me in the ace because of what I'm about to say, and I know what I've said before. But was that her personal page or her business page?
It was her personal
Okay.
page, but the picture
but
is
y'all-
public.
But y'all have had that argument with me before, you and Stephanie, about stuff on your personal page versus the Just for Fun page. And everybody's tried to convince me that your personal page should be just that and it should be your personal. And I've said it's hard to say you have a personal page when you're representing somebody publicly.
Right. And
But it's just a Halloween mask. Now, is she a white woman with a black mask on and a
Yes.
Confederate flag t-shirt?
no.
Okay, then. What's the perception?
No, but I mean,
You got a white girl in the month of October wearing a mask. Ooh.
no, but
Call the PC police. I'd hate to know somebody got upset because it's Halloween time.
Scotty, all I'm saying is that I don't want her to be caught up in something that she's not even aware of.
Okay, so then let's correct this. Let's correct how we just did what you just did, how you just dropped the ball and fumbled it for Georgia.
Huh?
Because Georgia sucks.
Georgia does not suck. I got my degree
Why?
from there. Georgia does not suck. Take that back. Take it back.
That so spoke for itself. I don't have to. Because you get. Okay, so here's my point. So do you personally find it offensive that she is standing there as a white woman? Don't answer this question yet. As a white woman and a black mask on, do you personally find it offensive? Or are you trying to say, I'm worried that somebody's going to find it offensive and rag my friend? Just for fun.
You better quit hating on Georgia.
Hey, hush for just a
Thank
second.
you.
Hold on. Let me have her answer this. Oh, God. There goes him. Okay.
No,
Okay. So do you
it's not.
personally say she's wrong for what she's doing, or are you trying to be concerned that somebody else is going to bash her?
I'm concerned that somebody else is going to bash her. and this
Okay.
is
So
going to-
do you, so you personally don't have a problem with her doing that?
I don't have a problem with
Okay.
her doing that,
But the way you started it, it was like you're a little offended.
no, me personally, because I know her and I know the content of her character, I'm not offended by it. But she's got this picture in a public, she didn't change the settings.
What's said in the wording?
She didn't say anything. She
Okay,
just
so
posted
she
the
didn't make
picture.
any suggestive anything.
No.
So here's the problem. That is no different than the Bible and a law book. It's open for interpretation. So that doesn't mean she did anything wrong.
Right.
It just means whoever's looking to be a butthole can try to make something out of nothing.
Right. And what I don't want, because
Which goes back to open for interpretation. And if you're looking to find something, you'll find something.
right. And and what she should have done with her settings is just made it so that only friends could see it and not public.
Well, maybe you should just call and have a nice little chat
I'm
with
going
her.
to call her when we
But
get
now,
off the air.
but now, how are you going to have that conversation without upsetting anyone? Because
Well-
you could just be seeing it differently than 999,000 other people.
Well, I'm just going to reach out to her and say, hey, you know, the client.
I'm just making you think, because think about how many people have gave you crap
Yeah.
about being with the white privileged man on the radio station. And they have no idea who I am, but boy, they sure did want to voice their screwed up opinion and chew you out. And they have no clue what they're talking about because it's open for ridicule.
And
It's,
they unfriended me, and they told me that they were never going to listen to my podcast again.
They
I said,
wasn't
you know
friends
what?
to begin
That's
with.
fine. Bye, Felicia.
but the world we're in is everybody is so nosy on Facebook that they'll see something without really knowing what
Knowing it,
they're
yeah.
seeing, and they run with it.
Well, you know, and what I don't want is I don't want a news media station to get a hold of that picture because of her position where she is in, you know, in the legal world. It you know, and I'm
So the wording though was, you sounded
I sounded like
like everybody else on Facebook,
right,
versus concerned.
right.
But the problem is, as we're having a learning experiment here. The
We're
problem
having a
is
teachable moment.
everybody does this. You just, unfortunately, you let human instinct, where you just jumped on the bandwagon. Oh, she shouldn't have posted that, and you have no idea it's Halloween.
Well, you know, but she shouldn't have.
It's Halloween.
I stand
We're
by
in the month of October.
I stand by that she shouldn't have posted it publicly.
I mean, you don't see her as a white woman with a black face on and Civil War community or whatever plates mounted on the wall behind her with a Dale Earnhardt. You don't see that. So why would you automatically jump to the assumption that that's offensive
because
when that mask sells for like $1.09?
no, because Scotty, the same way that I jumped is the same way that the news media is going to paint her, and I don't want them painting her like that.
But it's a
Because
mask.
That's
It's
not who
Halloween.
she is. But that's not who she is. That's not. Who
Was there
she
any
is.
negative comments under the picture?
Hold on, let's see. I'm sure they
Go see if you were the only one feeling this way or if other people felt this way. I'm not throwing you under the bus.
No, I get
I'm using right now as a prime example that everybody needs to consider.
Okay, so one person has already chimed in with that's racist, and the other one has.
Who
said-
wait? White person, black person. Who said it?
Let's see. This is a white man,
So a white man says that's racist.
Mhm.
Okay, keep going.
and the other one just said creepy.
White or black?
Let's see.
I'm not trying to draw a line in the
okay, This
sand.
one is white.
My point is, most people who are searching for something to complain about will find anything to complain about.
So the three people that have commented so far on this have been white, but I just
But
don't-
it's Halloween time, folks. It's friggin' October, and she's got a mask on. God knows the Halloween city, sells thousands of these things.
right. Yeah,
Sounds like walking on eggshells to me. The media is not a available source of a reality, referring to Fox, ABC, etc.
and I get that, but sometimes when you are in public positions, and not just the radio, we get a little more leeway.
Say what it was again. I was on the dang phone. Okay. They sell these non-facial expression plastic masks. They used to sell them as the clear ones
right.
that had like the weird eyebrows and the distorted lips or something, and you see people wear them in TV shows or whatever, in movies like bank robbers would wear. Well, then they started selling the solid white ones and the solid black ones, and there's no facial expressions. I mean, we've seen these used in all sorts of movies. Well, there's a white woman who has on a black mask, It doesn't even say support the Confederate flags. It says no
Nothing.
words. It says nothing that can be taken racist other than the fact that somebody wants to automatically jump to the conclusion that because a white woman has on a black mask, there's an underlining statement.
And my concern, I'm going to reach out to her strictly from a point of
Yeah, but your first words was that ain't right. Was you saying that ain't right because you were offended, or that ain't right because you knew somebody else was going to take
because
it
I
wrong?
knew somebody else was going
But
to take it
but your
wrong.
underlining statement to begin with
Was that's not
sounded like
I
you
was
were offended. I'm only having a lesson here. This is only to show people how people just take stuff the wrong way.
Yeah, because I don't want her.
The
to
girl did nothing wrong,
right. I don't want people to paint her as something that she's not.
but she's not done anything.
Scotty, sometimes it doesn't matter whether you've done anything or not. Sometimes the only thing that needs to come out of somebody's mouth is the accusation.
Really?
Yeah,
Just an accusation.
Just an accusation. Because
So it doesn't even matter if it even looks like something was wrong. You're saying people can just interpret it how they want and spin it and run with it.
yes, they when you are in certain
Let's catch this, and I don't want to lose you, but we have to take it just for fun.
Okay, I'm on topic today. This has got me kind of
You're on or off?
funny. On topic. This is kind of funny this morning. Do you think that just because a white woman puts on a black non-expression facial mask, no words, nothing, someone says it's racist?
Well, she's not per se saying that. She's not saying she feels that way, but she automatically knows somebody's going to try to label it like that.
Right.
And this is what I wanted to take advantage of, is the perception and how people can just see it one way and just twist it and go straight down a dirt road and it be something totally innocent, but somebody wants to turn it into something it's not.
and that's
I gotcha. Okay. I see where you're going with it now.
Like Ravens just said, this is ridiculous. Who is really the racist? Because again, the girl just has a mask on.
right.
It's Halloween. She just buys a mask, puts it on. It looks creepy. I see it and go, whoa, that would be one of them things. If somebody jumped out around the side of the car, I'd probably shoot them before I ever realized that it was a gag. The problem is, who's automatically going to see the fact that the white woman has on a black mask instead of saying it's creepy?
Right.
Oh, that's racist.
Which is what one of the posts on her thing said, that it was creepy. But then, immediately after that, one of our mutual friends, who's an older white guy, came in and said that's racist. And
he was being funny.
You think so?
I think so.
I think it's Halloween. If this would have been okay, if February is Black History Month, is that correct?
Right, yeah.
Okay, so now if she would have put on a black mask in February, then we can say there's an underlining statement, even though she didn't type anything. We then could have went, she's probably being suggestive, because why on the month of February is a white woman putting on a black mask? We could be an asshole and do that then, but it's Halloween.
But I just don't want. Yeah, I know.
And for instance, I'm not painting an image of Doc being an asshole. This just brought up an extremely good topic to kind of fill people in on, to make people open their eyes.
Well, and my biggest concern for her is when you are in certain positions, certain high level, high profile positions, not in the media, but like if you are, say, the dean of a university or the partner in a law firm or something like that, there are just certain lines that you have to be so politically aware of, even if it is your personal page and you post something, because people are looking for you to put that toe over the line so that they can tie the rope to it and pull you down. And that's what I don't want to happen to her.
So out of more concern
than anything.
See, here's the mask that's like used in Purge.
Right.
Now, white man puts that mask on, that's acceptable.
Right.
Black man puts it on, is that acceptable?
I think that's acceptable.
In the month of Halloween.
In the month of Halloween, exactly. But, again, I just, and it's only because of who she is in the professional community that it concerns.
What's her
me.
name? So just her first name.
I'll write it down.
Write down. I just wanted to pull it back up so I could take a picture because people are asking. So yeah, that's the catch. Is it's all in perception. Think of how much stuff is on Facebook, and you're just scrolling down. You see something, and without knowing the whole story, you see it. You don't even read it. You draw your own conclusion. Next thing you know, you're talking smack about it, and you don't even know what it's about.
And you start a bunch of sheep.
Yes.
Right.
It's just sad. It's sad that people have to do that.
So I guess in a sense, Doc, that's where you're trying to maybe
That's not it.
help
Yeah, that
talk
is.
to her
Huh?
and get her away from doing that, right?
Right. It just
Okay, I got you.
because I just don't. I don't want. I know how. I know how the media is quick to pull people into things.
That's not the right name.
Yes, it is. She must have made it private. 'Cause that's-
Okay. So now it's gone.
Yeah.
Because she probably started getting stupid messages over something so friggin' simple. Here, I'll just go to the Halloween store and get pictures. I just think it's stupid. People are just it's the wussification of America. It's just people finding a reason to have something to complain about.
But you know, but the mainstream media plays into this a lot.
I mean, it's kind of like, okay,
There
so
it is, right there.
so the woman who was black but wasn't black
Rachel Dolezal.
because she's white, but she told everybody she was black, blah, blah,
missed
blah,
it.
blah, blah. I'm going, hold on. So I find
I
it
tell you what,
so ridiculously stupid because, come on. Go ahead. What was you going to say?
you can try and experiment with this whole ordeal.
What, should I put one on and see who I pee off?
No, I was going to say we could put a white mask on Doc. The same kind of mask because they make them in black and white.
Oh, yeah, but do you know how many people would just be raising hell then?
Right.
Just because we're talking about it now.
Right.
Right.
So I just took a
But if
picture
we
to
would've
send
never-
out.
If we would have never said anything and Doc wouldn't have said anything, you could have done it. And
Well, the stupid
that's
thing
how
is
it works.
if the stupid thing is if anybody goes back through pictures on Just for Fun Radio or any of the video, we bought one of these masks. I bought it. I called it the shut up mask.
Mhm.
Anytime Tyler would just keep talking and we'd say, shut up, we'd say, put the mask on. And there's pictures of Tyler wearing the mask. Not one time did anybody say it was racial.
But it is now.
Doc,
Kidding.
you never said it was racial. Nobody ever said it was racial.
Because I don't think I ever saw Tyler with the mask on.
Yep. It's somewhere in here. It's laying around somewhere.
But you know, it's just again, it's one of the again we have as radio personalities, we have a lot more leeway with what we can get away with.
So if I put on a Confederate flag shirt, we're automatically going to start yelling, I'm a racist.
I've had to fight many battles with people about that, Scotty, for you. I have.
I don't own one of those. Why would you have to fight that?
Because you know, people when I first came over here, people would scroll through your news feed and they would say, "Oh my God, I can't believe that you know that you're teaming up with the Confederate racists." I'm like, okay, first of all, back up.
Yeah, where the hell's any Confederate crap with my
I
face
was
on
like,
it?
back up. I didn't say back up. I said back the F up.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? You don't know him like I know him.
And then who's the judgmental people?
Thank you. I was like, you know, until you have hung out with him, until you have hung out with his family, you don't get to judge him.
Yeah, because that's what I find so funny is the people that want to sit here and say, thou shall not judge, are usually the ones pointing the finger, screaming the
Yeah,
loudest.
and screaming the loudest. Yeah. You know,
Don't judge me. Really? Well, who the hell are you to judge me?
you know, so that's why I posted that picture of us together. I was like, this man is my brother. If you can't see the family
That's funny.
resemblance,
That's
then
funny.
you're
Lord,
obviously
did
not
Doc
looking.
bring a vibrator to work today?
I
heard
did
that.
not bring a vibrator to work. Oh my God, I can't believe you started that rumor.
What?
Well,
Oh,
listen to you guys talking here.
no. That was my chair. That was my chair on that time. But this morning her phone was vibrating a little loud. we're getting lit up with pictures and stuff of different.
You started that rumor.
It's just a rumor. But yeah, that's the point I'm trying to get at is how many people scroll down Facebook, see something, and raise hell about it. And it's stupid.
It's stupid. It is.
I really wish the whole, like, everybody's social media would just be more like me. You just scroll. I don't never post anything. I don't hardly ever say anything. I just get on there just to occupy a little bit of time.
Right.
I wish everybody would be that way. It'd be so much smooth sailing for anybody. You wouldn't have to worry about no shit talk.
Well, and that's the catch too is a lot of people nowadays are just looking to vent. That's the bad thing about Facebook. Facebook has allowed people to, pretend to be people that they're not and act like they're so big and bad and they're going to sit behind Facebook and cuss and threaten people. And then when it comes right down to it, that's all they are. They're a bunch of talk. They're not going to, it's kind of like a preacher man. I'm going to get up in your face. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're not going to hurt anybody. So you keep saying, I'm going to get up in your face. What are you going to do? What are we going to act like 8th graders and we're going to have our hands behind our back and we're going to bump elbows and chest and walk in circles in front of a locker? Come on. But that's the problem is this Facebook world. These people I'm going to hurt you with my words. Oh my God.
Well, and the thing with Facebook is if you don't like what you see, just scroll on.
Just
Everything
keep going.
doesn't need a comment.
Well, that's what I tell people. If I don't like what you've posted, it's one of two things. I either just keep scrolling, or if you've posted enough crap I don't like, I just remove you because I'm tired of seeing it.
Right.
I deleted a woman a couple of days ago, and it's honestly because I had just been like, oh, I'm so sick of this crap that she kept pointing out. Like every day there was something I'm like, oh my God, you're falling apart. I'm sorry. I don't want to see you falling apart.
I've had to do that to a couple people. I had somebody on my page for the longest time. I don't know what the deal was, but this poor thing, she was going through like some super depression, and it was constantly posting this negative stuff. And I was so tired of seeing it. Like it was almost like it was bringing me down. I was like, you got to come off my page.
Well, it'd be one thing if every day you posted like a cool picture of something funny, but every day it was poor pitiful this, poor pitiful that, poor pitiful this, poor pitiful that. And it's just like, oh my God. Call Dr. Frankenstein. We need to get you a whole nother body. Quit being so over dramatic. Got to go. Got to move. Got to keep moving. Got to move on. And then I just was like, forget it. I'm not tired of seeing it. After all, it is your Facebook. You can do whatever you want. It's your Facebook. I get that. But I just got tired of reading it. So, it is what it is. And then I know every one of us have the same complaints, the same gripes. People can get pissy with me right now and say, well, he's being a little rude about it. Don't act like you don't scroll down something and see somebody's post and go, I am so sick of reading that. Or I'm so sick of seeing that. Mm-hmm. Hell, I had a cousin before I just had to delete and block them. I had a cousin that said, I am so sick every time I scroll my Facebook down. You're begging for money. And I went, do what? He says, every weekend, please help this family. Please help this family. I'm sick. And I'm like, okay. You know what the irony is now, Doc? Him and his family now need help.
Wow.
There's your irony. You wanted to be rude to me. You wanted to be crappy to me. You wanted to say you were sick of seeing me post this charity and this charity and this charity trying to be nice and help people out. And now you're sitting at home begging Medicaid and Social Security to help. I'm sorry. You probably shouldn't have said those things to me because it looks like the karma bus came down your road and hit you.
And that's what people really don't get.
People are just rude, man.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
I came across rude one just yesterday, and I don't. Have you ever come across those really older people that just have really nothing to do other than just find something to gripe about?
Yes, all the time.
Well, I was I was up in Buford near the lake, and I was on one of the back small skinny subdivision roads. Well, my truck nearly took up the whole the whole street almost. So, I mean, I did my best to pull over as far as I could without getting in the grass and everything. Well, I was halfway done. I was almost done. Not one car has showed up for me to have to move my truck. And this old man's walking his dog, and he comes up and he just starts looking at me, and I said, "Can I help you?" And he said, "Your truck's too far in the middle of the road. Can't nobody get by you." I said, "I'm almost done." And he just on and on and on. I was like, "Look, I'm doing my job." And I just completely walked away from him and didn't have nothing left to say to him. And he was just bickering for nothing. Old people.
Right. You know, I bicker about the speeding on my road. Duh. We had buses, you know, with children in it that are running
That's
50,
more-
60, wait, 62 miles an hour on video. And then they say the buses don't run 60. Oh, yeah. Well, when I sent the video to the guy that runs the buses for the county, he flipped the hell out. He said, these people are representing our county and driving with our kids that we're responsible for. Parents will lose their mind if they find out about this. I'm like, well, duh.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so people can get mad at me and complain all they want. It just, you don't have to listen. You don't have to have me on Facebook. You can block me. You don't have to contribute. But you're going to also be the same people. When you do that, you're going to be the same people 6 months from now that will be reaching out to me because somebody needs to stand up for you. Unfortunately, the world we live in.
That's the truth.
Exactly. All right, guys.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, thanks.
Have a good day. Don't be hogging up no more lanes. Just park in the middle. Just park in the middle. Then he can't say your truck's hanging out in the road. You just say, no, sir, it's in the road. There's a difference.
No, I told him, I said, my flashers are on. Does that count?
Yeah. Isn't that something? All right, brother. Well, thanks for calling in.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye. Yeah, people need to stand up for themselves, man. Quit letting some people bully you. And if it makes you a bully in their eyes because you're standing up for yourself, then oh well.
Then oh well.
Let's go up to commercial. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
We haven't played Social House all morning, Scotty.
What?
We haven't played Social House.
You know what? I have not seen it. And somehow or another it got removed. Here, I'll just connect it up there.
And we've only played Gravity once.
Oh God, she gets played more than everybody thinks. I mean, because you know, yesterday it was
Video
like 4 or
is still
5
rolling.
times. Huh?
Video is still rolling.
I know that.
Okay.
I actually had to remove it because the other day it played twice back to back. I mean, 2 times back to back. Like over 2 days, it kept doing that.
How are you, Sean?
Yeah, I just read this a second ago. Parts of it. It's just people.
What the ending was? The lady said, you know, you look like my daughter.
Oh God.
Say, you know,
That's wild.
Well, the lady was setting her up to tell the cashier that my daughter is going to cover my purchase.
No.
So the cashier seen her give her a look and say, "Bye, mom," you know,
Right.
whatever. And
saw
all her stuff on my cousin's order. So $100-something.
Mm-mm.
It's like my close to 40 after coupon.
Right.
What do you mean 100? She said, "Well, your mom said you were paying like, really? People do that?"
People do that.
Wow. Wow.
And she's married to a my cousin, Shane, who's about 65.
Are they here in Georgia? Wow. Where's the deer this morning?
The deer. It's a dog.
It's a deer. What's that dog's name?
Prince.
Prince. Okay.
Well, his name is Beautiful House.
Huh?
His owner.
I can't wait to get changed over to that Mac, man. I'm so sick of commercial skipping.
hmm Prince. I like Prince better. Okay. That's his government name. Really? Oh, that's so cool and
Let her rip, Tater Chip. Everybody listen. It's a good song.
let her rip tater chip. That's cute. It is recorded.
It is. I can't believe that my daughter's gonna pay for this. Holy cow. We need to talk about that when we go back on.
Tater chip.
I was reading the part earlier because I was just scanning over it where it said some woman was staring at her and she held her phone up.
Your daughter's gonna pay for what?
That woman saying my daughter's gonna pay for that at Walmart.
I thought you were talking about any.
No.
Go back up to your Facebook post.
Mine?
Minutes. Yeah. I just seen somebody had more minutes than you.
No, it's a scam. That shit ain't even accurate.
Mm-mm.
Because last night it said that I was at 1971 or 1871.
Oh
or
wait, did
whatever.
you retake the test?
And then I retook the test 10 hours later, and it's the same number. And I've been on air now for what, 3 hours?
3 hours.
So between 1 hour last night and X number of hours this morning, I should be at 75, not 71.
Got me going back doing it now.
See,
Go take it again and see if your numbers are still the same. All right, we go back. You're going to do your nursery rhyme?
yes, I can do nursery rhyme.
That way I can get the bus set up ready.
So you do plan.
Well, a little bit.
somewhat.
Well, when I know in advance, sometimes she just tells me, "Where's my music, white boy?" And then I'm just like, "What? You didn't tell me we're fixing to do it."
See, I say white man, I don't say white boy.
Whatever.
I say white man.
Yeah, because boy would be offensive.
It's less now than it was yesterday.
See, that's what I'm getting at.
What?
How's it less?
He just says his number's less than it was
Oh.
yesterday. All right, we're going back live. Hey, so my brother-in-law, who had a high number yesterday, just redid the little test. You know, I just said that here I should be up by 5 hours compared to last night. Well, he just redid the test, and his hours are less by 20. So that just goes to show that this whole Facebook thing is B friggin' S. I'm actually going to go find out, is it possible that we've now actually allowed some virus to get on our computers by clicking yes on this dang thing?
Really?
I mean, think about it. You're saying yes, sign into my Facebook account.
Oh, that's true.
I didn't even think about
I
it.
didn't even think about that. Ugh.
We're supposed to be telling the people not to fall for these scams, and we did it
And we
ourselves.
did it. Well, you know, sometimes. All right, give me my
All right,
beat.
you ready for your beat?
Give me my beat, Mr. DJ. Oh, we're in the zone. We've got the driver of the bus, Mr. Scott. Oh, look, there's no Denise this morning, so I can't see Denise.
She's really Denise now.
Oh, look, we've got Sean on the bus today. Oh, how awesome. Okay, I need everyone crisscross applesauce. So today, we're going to do one of our favorite nursery rhymes. Are you ready, boys and girls?
Sure.
I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so today we're going to do. Ooh, I'm going to swallow the mic.
Hey, that's a whole different song, Doc. Whole different song.
Today we're going to do Ice Ice Baby. I like stop, collaborate, and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flow like a heartbeat daily and nightly. Winner never stop? No. That's right, boys and girls. Winners never, ever, ever stop. Let's see. Winner never stop? No, I don't know. Turn off the beat and then I'll flow. Light up the stage like a vandal.
Why did you not print it out?
Because I thought I knew it.
Okay, let me go find you the
Okay,
lyrics.
get me the lyrics.
Golly.
Hold on, boys and girls. So
So the bus is taking a detour into Starbucks
no.
to get some more coffee.
Well, no, while Mr. Scott pulls up our directions, boys and girls, let's talk about friends. Yesterday we sang about our friends. So today I want you to think, who is your best friend? Now you don't have to tell me, but I just want you to think about it. Okay, so now let's go back to our nursery rhyme. And let's see.
You could just start over at this point.
Start over.
Let's might as well. Now that you have the
We're just
words.
going to start over. Okay. I like stop, collaborate, and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly. Flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow to the extreme. I rock a mic like a vandal. Are you a vandal, boys and girls? No, we're not vandals, are we? Light up the stage and wax a chump like a candle. Now, boys and girls, we don't wax chumps, okay? Let's just don't do that. That's not very nice. Dance. Go rush to the speaker with the booms. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Boys and girls, that's why I need you to never, ever eat mushrooms
Don't eat the
that glow
mushrooms.
outside. No, only
the ones under the horse turds.
Yeah, let's don't eat those. Mr. Scott, let's don't tell the kids to eat those. We only want the children eating the mushrooms that they get from the grocery store.
Oh.
Yeah. Deadly when I play a dope melody. Anything less than the best is a felony. Oh my goodness, boys and girls, let's don't ever get a felony. Love it or leave it, you better gain weight. You better hit the bullseye, the kid don't play. If there's a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Ice, ice, baby.
God. This is not a 1-900 number.
What?
Ice, baby. No, come on.
Okay, ice, ice, baby. Vanilla. Ice. Oh, see, even Bella. I didn't say Bella. I said vanilla.
Somebody's late.
Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Bella's
Let me go deal with this. Keep
Okay.
going.
All right. So now that the party is jumping with the bass kicked in and the Vegas are pumping, quick to the point, no faking. I'm cooking MCs like a pound of bacon. Boys and girls, do you like bacon? Oh, do we have a friend?
She's just barking. She sees the
Oh, okay. Let's guys. I was getting ready to pack up and leave if there was nobody at the door.
I don't know where you are.
I was cooking MCs like a pound of bacon.
Okay.
Burning them. If you ain't quick and nimble, I go crazy when I hear a cymbal. Boys and girls, remember we learned about cymbals in our music class. And a hi-hat with the souped up tempo. I'm on a roll. It's time to go solo. Rolling in my 5.0 with my rag top down so my hair can flow. Let's see. The girlie's on standby, waving just to say hi. Did you stop? No, I just rode by. Okay, boys and girls, let's get back on the bus.
You're going to leave out the
Oh, which one?
pursuing to the next stop. He busted left. Now he's heading to the next block. The block was dead, yo, so he continued to
A1A Beachfront Avenue.
I just wanted to see you do it. It's okay.
You just wanted that part.
I just
you
wanted
just wanted the A1A Beachfront Avenue.
I just wanted to see you try to pull it off.
Of course I can pull it off because I'm a rapper. I'm the kindergarten rapper.
I was going to say you're a Christmas paper rapper.
Yeah, but I'm
Christmas present wrapper.
I'm a Christmas present wrapper. All right. So, what are we doing for the
Can I ask you something?
Yes,
This is going to sound very racial.
Scotty.
Anytime you start
what's
with
the
that.
rule? Okay,
Anytime you start with that.
that it probably
Okay.
is. Okay.
Do you, as a African American,
Mhm.
which Raven Simone just says, why can't we just be American? Which I agree. Kwanzaa, what's your idea of Kwanzaa?
I have never celebrated Kwanzaa.
So do you believe it's just some made up crappy holiday?
I don't think it was. I think it came over from that whole Back to Africa movement, and here's the thing with the Back to Africa movement, because remember this came out when we were in high school.
This was getting deep, huh?
Yeah, because all the kids were wearing those shirts imported from Africa, and I didn't ask to come, and all that stuff. And I remember,
but none of them want to live there either.
Well, I went to the mall West End, and this was before anybody had told me that you shouldn't go there by yourself. And they were like, "Sister, you need to get this shirt," and I was like, "Okay." Well, if we're going back to Africa, what are we going to do when we get there? Because we don't speak the language.
That's right.
We don't understand the land.
You don't know the culture.
We don't know the culture. I'm like, so what are we going to do? And they were like, "Oh, you've just been whitewashed.
Whitewashed."
I was like, okay. I said, well, I'm just trying to figure out what we're going to do when we get there. I mean, to me, it wasn't whitewashing. It was a legitimate question.
And see, everybody I know and I hang out with, it falls under the philosophy of why can't we just all get along?
Right.
I mean, I truthfully, the only folks I hang out with want to bash your head in when you won't leave them alone.
Right.
Like we don't set out to beat anybody until you don't leave us alone. Like the jackass, the flying monkeys. Those flying monkeys keep calling women whores and yelling at our friends, our family, our kids. That'll get you a smackdown.
Yeah, but we're not going to smack them down.
No, but that's my point, though, is we don't set out to do any damage.
No,
our points is why can't we get along? Why do we have to have tension in the air?
Well, and usually when
jealousy.
Jealous. What's
I'm
that
fixing to
song?
play
Jealous
that.
People.
Yep.
Yeah. But usually when we go out, we're hanging out, supporting sponsors. We're doing public service events. We're supporting charities. It's not. And when I say we don't go out looking for trouble, trouble just finds us, and that's the best way I can put it. Oh, you forgot to take the kids off the school bus, Scotty.
I'm sorry.
The kids are
I was
still on the
loading
bus.
the song because it's Rumors by Timex Social Club.
Yeah.
So I'm actually loading some songs because I'm gonna play Rumors because it's talking about jealous people. Then Gin Blossoms, Hey Jealousy, and then Black Crowes, Jealous Again, and then Travis Tritt's Here's Your Sign.
How do
so
we
that's
get
that's what we're gonna. And then after Here's Your Sign, Sheryl Crow's If It Makes You Happy. So I just figured I'd throw some stuff out there.
All right, well, we got to get the kids off the bus first.
If we have to.
Yes, Mr.
They drive
Scott.
real fast on my street.
Okay, boys and girls, everyone back on the bus. I'm sorry Mr. Scott left us sitting at the red light for so long. He had to go use the bathroom. So, all right, now we will see you back on Monday. I want everyone to have an awesome weekend and don't do anything that I wouldn't do. And if you do, just remember, tell your parents you did it just for fun.
Yeah, that's exactly what you tell them.
That's right.
Because they won't punish you that way. All right, we're back.
Could you imagine if we actually had kids listening and they told their parents that?
I would so love it.
We'd be in so much trouble.
I think it would be awesome. What are you talking about?
Oh, my God.
All right, I love Doc to ask the question of, oh, my God, about the shirt, the African shirt. He was making a comment about how you were asked about the shirt.
Yeah.
He was saying he loved the way you said that.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, because I don't, and I think the thing with me is, when I grew up on a farm, and it wasn't a black or white, it was everybody had to work together because it was only a limited number of us out there.
Right.
And, I remember when my dad had his first heart attack, it wasn't oh, okay, all the white people came out and cut his wood because, my parents don't have central heat and air. It was our farm community came out and cut the wood for my parents.
That's right.
And, and that's kind of how I grew up, and that's how I see things. And, my daughter, she's at the Newton campus this semester. And she's like, I get so much. She's like, Mommy, I hate living on this side of town because everybody always accuses me of talking white. And I said, well, our response to that. And that's simply, how do you talk a color? You don't talk a color. So what do you mean I'm talking white? Explain to me what that means, because you can't talk a color.
That's right. You can't talk a color to death either.
Right. You can't talk a color.
It's unbelievable how stupid people are.
But, it's been, I can honestly say that I wanted to move to the east side of town because I thought the east side was a lot more progressive and more accepting and more welcoming. And in a lot of ways it has been, but I honestly deal with a lot more pushback from my own community than I ever got from any other community.
Right.
And that's frustrating to me, and it makes me sad.
Oh, I'm with you. I get your meaning.
You get my meaning?
I get your meaning.
So, and it's like I tell people all the time, I am a lot more comfortable in an environment where I'm the only Black person than when I'm in an environment full of Black people, because I know that I'm going to be ridiculed somehow because of who my friends are. And I think one of the most offensive things that anybody ever said to me when I came to Just for Fun Radio, someone wanted to come and be a guest on Ladies Talk. And she said to me, yeah, I need to come on your show because I need your white audience. Wrong answer to say to me. Wrong thing to say.
And what's stupid is there's a lot of Black folks out there listening.
Yeah.
And people don't know it. I mean, hello, I was standing somewhere the other day and nobody calls me Scott hardly. It's always Scotty or DJ Scotty. And somebody says, hey, Scott. And I look up and say, hey, and I'm thinking, if he's calling me Scott, then does that mean I've known him for years before DJ Scotty? And I'm looking at the cat and I didn't grab it. I couldn't think of, I see so many faces. And he started talking about somebody that had been on the show, and he apparently listens. And hello, by the way, because you're most likely listening now. I just don't want to drop names. Excuse me. And it was really amazing because I thought, here's a cat that's keeping up with everything.
Right.
And there's so many people that are doing that, and you just don't even know about it. Just because they're not typing in, because I had somebody ask a question one day about people typing in or texting in that didn't sound like a high amount of people. And I'm like, well, you do realize, like some of them are mechanics and they can't just get out from under the hood and walk over and text.
Right.
And a lot of them have earbuds in while they're at work typing. They can't necessarily just quit what they're doing to call us.
Right.
And a lot of people find it hard because we move fast. And by the time they can stop what they're doing, okay, when they heard us talking about it, they are already 30 seconds behind reality.
Right.
So by the time they stop what they're doing and they get to where they can turn the app off on the phone and call in, we're probably already on a different subject. That is the number one thing I'm told, that unless they are free at that moment to call in, it's a little hard to call in on a subject because they're a little behind. Think about when we're doing the what ifs and I have to back Denise up and go, this is for the one you just said a few minutes ago. I mean, people have to realize that and be glad that we're only 30 seconds behind, because the radio stations that you guys listen to on corporate radio are 10 minutes behind reality. So their interaction is nowhere near as fast as ours.
And, and they have a lot.
They got screening. You just call me.
That's what I was just ready to
say.
You're
live.
They have screening, and they do a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we don't do. I mean, it's kind of like what comes to our head comes out our mouth. Yeah.
And we're more, we're getting more and more people talking about us being the local radio. Again, a lot of people just didn't know it existed. This is a big reality jump for people, because even when I tried to tell my mother I was going to do this, she's like, no, this is stupid. It's never going to work. Hell, big radio streams music now.
Right.
I mean, I was doing it and now they're doing it. Duh.
Well, and it's like when I was at the event last weekend, it was and they weren't even, it was Q100, it was 96 something, and they're all on iHeartRadio now. Duh. It's like we were iHeartRadio before there was an iHeartRadio. Just saying.
Hello.
Just saying.
I just love how people knock what they can't understand.
But then they start doing it.
Yeah. And do it and I'm doing it on, Jesus, not even a 16th of their budget. Of course, I'm not making their money either. I mean, when me and Ravens Renovation went to 92.9 The Game and found out what commercials there cost, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What a year with me cost is what 1 month with them cost.
And that's a year with you on the bus.
That's a year of everything.
Yeah.
A year of everything with me is a 1 month with them.
Yes.
When we sat down and heard the numbers, I was floored.
And
and they can't guarantee any more listeners than anybody else.
No, they can't guarantee any more listeners. But the other thing is,
at least I'm local.
They have a very select niche market, and if you understand anything about how
Ravens Renovation just texted crazy because he remembers when we sat down and was told all those numbers.
Well, and if you think about shopping demographics, women control, and you've said this before,
y'all
Scott,
control half the money and 100% of the hoo-ha.
Exactly. So,
men, you need to remember that.
If you are thinking like
that means the women control all the happiness in the household.
All the happiness in the house. So if the woman's not happy, you will not have a happy house.
Yeah.
I promise you everything that you will not have a happy house.
Just go to sleep, honey.
Treat that woman right, or get that burning bed at night.
Just go to sleep, honey. Yeah, sure. I'm sleeping in the bus where I can lock the door and pull the fuse to the door so I know it won't open.
So it's like, and this is what I tell people all the time when I'm describing, because people ask me who are our demographics, and I said, well, about 66 3/4 of our demographics are females.
Say the number of how many people tune in and stay on the website. Because when you told me that, I was blown away. Because in my mind, I said, and for a selling point, I've been telling everybody, going, man, most everybody's listening from the apps.
Right.
It's kind of true. When they're traveling, they're definitely listening from the app. And when the people that are like Ravens who are doing construction, they're listening from the apps. And Rob's Performance has the app playing with an iPad or an iPhone. An older iPhone plugged into a little jam box. Joe Leaper's doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then you tell me that you found out something. I'm like, holy cow. So all this time I thought everybody's on apps. That's not necessarily the truth.
66% of our listeners actually stream us from the website.
Isn't that something?
Actually, it's over, because I haven't been able to pull the new analytics for the month.
So that means everybody's seeing sponsors' names and numbers.
And get this. So most websites have a bounce rate of like 20 seconds. Most people go to a website, they stay for 20 seconds. People are staying on our website for over an hour. Do you know how unheard of that is?
That's what I'm talking about.
And that's because I hooked up his Google Analytics, y'all.
And people want to say they think they know something. Congratulations, you're the proud owner of knowledge. You know something.
But, and then the other thing that I found out with Google Analytics, and Scotty and I go round and round about this because he refuses to read emails that I send that are longer than one sentence.
Because you could just tell me.
Yeah, but then I forget to tell you.
Well,
because
I forget to go read the emails.
I know you do. That's frustrating. But Google actually now has a way, like if you have an app on your website, you can measure the people who have downloaded and who are using your app. It's called mobile tracking.
Okay, but the problem is it doesn't measure how many people have downloaded the app. It's only, don't interrupt me. It's only measuring the people that downloaded it that moment, not history.
No, the new Google Analytics that rolled out, this one now measures the people, all of the people that you have that are listening from the app.
Right. But it's not measuring how many people have the app.
But if they have the app and they're listening.
And what about the people that didn't turn it on this month?
Well, then they're not included in the count, but you wouldn't include them in the count anyway because they're not listening from the app.
Well, what if they just happen to not be able to listen this month? Maybe their phone didn't get paid this month.
Yeah, but Scotty, again,
That's the problem is
Oh my
it's narrow-minded. It's narrow-minded to say, well, this is how many people downloaded the app this month
this is what I
instead
go
of
through.
this is how many people actually have the app and listen.
This is what I go through with every single time.
And
I try
then
to explain this to you.
we know for a fact that if I'm listening through my cell phone data and you're listening through your cell phone data, but if we both go to Starbucks, that becomes 1, not 2. We've already learned that lesson because that's one IP address. It could be 20 phones streaming from one Wi-Fi, and 20 phones only count as one phone.
The way that I got the Google Analytics set up, it doesn't measure the IP addresses anymore. The old analytics did, but we have both.
Show me. Prove it. Prove
If
it.
you would open your emails,
Prove
Mr.
it.
Man.
No, you can sit right here and prove it.
Well, I can't
Because
prove it.
we've already proved
I can't prove it because you changed the password and didn't give it to me.
we've already proved that YouTube is a lie. We've already proved that the numbers that YouTube tells is a lie. We've already proved it because we watched it. We saw it with our own eyes. We already know that the Shoutcast graph lies because people are on transit and they're moving with their Wi-Fi and they're moving with their media phones.
Yeah, but Shoutcast is not.
Shoutcast is my
I know,
broadcaster.
I know that, honey. I know that. I get that. But Shoutcast is not a reliable analytic tracking source. Google Analytics is more reliable, but I can't pull up Google Analytics.
But you know
because
why
changed
Google.
the
But you know
password.
why Google Analytics is not going to work correct?
Why?
Because my broadcaster is not correct. If my broadcaster's not correct, then there's no way Google can be correct. Okay, if I give you the phone number to Ravens Renovation, can you call Ravens Renovation?
Yes.
If I give you the wrong phone number to Ravens Renovation, are you going to be able to call Ravens Renovation?
No.
Okay, so if you're trying to use Google to get the information from my broadcaster and the broadcaster's information is not correct, then can it be the correct information?
But Google isn't pulling from your broadcaster.
That's the
baby.
only thing they can do.
No, it's not. Scotty, you know.
Google can tell you how many people go to my website because that's not my broadcaster.
Oh my God, why do I feel like I'm having a conversation?
Because I'm talking to a podcaster, not a broadcaster.
I
You're
feel
not,
like I'm
you're
having
not
a
grasping broadcasting.
I feel like I'm having a conversation with we are work married. We are officially work
You
married.
are
at this
not
point.
grasping.
I am grasping. You are not listening
Okay,
to
listen.
me.
If an electrical panel only has 110 volts in the panel,
Mm-hmm.
there is no way at this receptacle I can get 125 volts. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, if something's wrong with my panel and it's only showing I got 106 volts, I'm still only going to be able to find 106 volts over here. I'll never be able to find 110 volts. Correct?
Correct.
Because that's the way math works. Numbers don't lie. So,
Numbers don't lie, but
If-
people misinterpret them.
nope. If who I pay to broadcast, I got a broadcaster program
Right.
that takes my music, pumps it into the internet, and it goes to the broadcaster. You cannot listen to me if you are not listening through the people that broadcast it.
Yeah,
Correct?
But correct.
Correct? Okay,
hold
But
on.
if their numbers are wrong, then how can anybody after them have the right numbers?
Okay, but Scotty, what you're missing is Google Analytics is not pulling the numbers from Shoutcast. It's pulling the numbers from your actual website.
That's
It-
duh.
It's pulling.
Duh.
You
That
know
was
what?
my point.
I just broke my keys. You just. Oh, I
Duh.
can't
That's
stand
my
you.
point. Google can only pull from a website.
Not only a website though, but the
I'm gonna have to
apps-
draw it on a piece of paper for you to grab it. Okay. If the water is in the top of the toilet first, that's a tank. For the water to go into the bowl, it has to leave the tank to go into the bowl, right?
The
and for
divorce
the-
papers are
And
on
for the
table.
water to go from the bowl to the sewer system, you have to flush the tank to send water to the bowl to force the water from the bowl to the sewer system. But if you don't have the correct amount of water in the tank, then measuring the numbers are never going to be exact if the numbers are never the same.
Okay, how do you know what the numbers are? You haven't even opened the email.
You see that graph right there?
Crickets.
That graph right there is Shoutcast graph.
Yeah, but Scotty.
And that's not accurate. And if
No,
that's
it's
not
not.
accurate, nobody after Shoutcast can have the accurate numbers. I love debating with people when the truth can't be found.
I'm gonna show you.
Which came first, chicken or egg? That's how stupid this argument is. What came first, chicken or egg?
I'm not talking.
You're
to
entitled
you.
to your opinion, but it still can't change.
You won't even open the email. You won't even open the email.
You can't have you can't have a snake moving if the head of the snake's not attached to the
You
snake.
won't even open the
I mean, it'll
email.
move a little bit after you cut the head off, but it's not like gonna go across the yard and go get something to eat.
You won't even open the
Ba-doom, boom.
email. See, okay, you got to change that strobe light thing because you make my head hurt.
We're out of here, everybody. It's 10:17. I just love when people try to tell me something that can't be true. Everybody have a great day. You want to argue about Jesus next?
No,
We can get the flying monkeys to do that.
no, we're good.
Everybody have a great day. It's just fun in the morning. We'll see y'all on the flip side.
I'll be back Monday with my paracord.
Stay good. Stay good. Don't do nothing we would do. We'll see y'all
And if you do
later.
wait, if you do it, say you did it just for fun.
You did it just for fun. Bye.